Hey there, folks. Welcome to another edition of the Highspots Virtual Gimmick Table. I, of course, am your host, the Man Scout Jake Manning. And boy, do I feel powerful. Do I feel painful because I'm in the center of the powers of pain. Warlord Barbarian, how are you guys doing today?
Great, man.
Hey,
Good.
great.
Thank you so much for you guys coming in here today. I mean, Barb, we know each other quite well. I've seen you at many shows. You've wrestled. You've beaten the crap out of me many a time. I've been
the
smart.
other way around.
Yeah, hardly. I've been smart enough to avoid you my entire career. So, how are you guys doing? How you feeling today? Everything good? So,
Yeah, so far so good.
Doing great.
Yeah,
Doing
great.
great.
Doing great.
So happy to see my partner.
That's right.
how long's it been since you guys seen each other?
About 4 days ago.
4 days ago. Okay. No, I thought you guys be. Are you guys quarantined together? And now we're who's got? Yeah, let's think you're quarantined together because somebody's got the home gym, you know. But you guys look good. You've been able to work out during this whole pandemic.
Oh, yeah. Whole time.
The whole time.
Whole time.
Good. So, but you guys have been in here today. You've been signing everything. You've seen a lot of pieces come through. But you also brought some auction items. That you guys.
Thank you for having us.
No, thank you for being here. It's always a pleasure to have both of you guys here. And now, Warlord, you brought some auction items. Could you just kind of give us a kind of a preview of the things you got?
I just brought a couple of the old chunks. These ones, even with the old nasty strings on them yet.
Okay.
I started when I first went singles in WWF when I wrestled Tito Santana, Jimmy Superfly Snuka. When I first started wrestling the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith, and I found another one actually when I first started just wrestling when I was young. Breaking in and that stuff. So they're kind of unique things in that stuff. I mean, this has a lot of history behind it with all those guys. So they're still in good shape, but just a little beat up, which is good.
Yeah, but ring worn. You're gonna be auctioning those a little bit later on. Barb, you brought a ton of stuff right here. Talk about some of the stuff that I see some Faces of Fear stuff right here.
Well, it looks like Barbarian
Jake,
there.
don't forget I live here.
I know.
So that's why I brought a few. So everybody know Faces of Fear. Faces of Fear. Yeah, when I was a barbarian, single, and Faces of Fear too.
When you were the flashy Faces of Fear.
Flashy. And then,
That's a disco one.
And a ring one, Faces of Fear. When we came to ring.
Yeah, I've seen this many times at WCW. I've seen you wear this to me, right before you kicked me in the face. But I won't hold it against you. But I also won't hold you guys on for very much longer. You guys have been signing a bunch of stuff. You're going to be doing personalizations, which we're going to be shutting off here in about 25 minutes. So I'm going to let you guys go. But for now, just say goodbye. And these guys will be back on in about an hour and a half or so. So go ahead and say goodbye for everybody right now.
Peace, guys. See you shortly.
All right. You guys go ahead and take a step right off here and stage right. I will continue to talk and continue to sell, most specifically 8x10s, which are available the old school way in the comment section if you're not interested in the personalizations. But if you are interested in the personalizations, you got to go to highspotsauctions.com. But if you want to get them the old school way in the comment section, go ahead and type the word sold, and please do put sold in there. It's very important for our algorithm to pull those comments at the end of the night. So I need you to put the words sold Warlord 20 if you just want a nice 8x10 by Warlord, or sold Barbarian 20 if you just want a single Barbarian. But if you're like, I'm here for the powers of pain, I want double the pain, and I want double the signatures on an 8x10, go ahead and type the words sold powers fist 30 for that particular 8x10 you see on your screen right now, or sold powers flex 30 for that particular 8x10, which you wish to do it. Those are the ones that are available in the comment section. We have a whole bunch available at highspotsauctions.com. Also, 2 personalizations on all the pictures we have available at highspotsauctions.com. But you've only got about 25 minutes to do that. Get those in right now. You have 25 minutes to get your personalizations from the Warlord and Barbarian, guys. Go over to highspotsauctions.com. And if you haven't already got an account at highspotsauctions.com, go ahead and do so if you wish to purchase and have all of the fun here today. But since we're talking about Highspots Auctions right now, let's go have some Highspots Auctions talk. I've got a lot for you guys today. You guys have been doing a fantastic job. I think we finally the dust has settled from our Texas trip. All the orders have kind of been settled. All the partials and everything, everybody's been settled up. I think Texas is taken care of. Last week seems to be pretty much in the rear view mirror. But the only thing I really got to say about Highspots Auction is just a reminder once again, is please don't message anybody on the staff on their personal little social media accounts. All information, all questions that you have about Highspots auctions, please do that on the Highspots Superstore Facebook page. The very Facebook page that you're watching this live stream on. This is where you interact, just because we want to have conversations that everybody can view, everybody can address, everybody can take care of, as opposed to putting all the burden on one particular person. But if you would just want to, message me, Jake Manning, about, hey, really like that Repo Man shirt, and talk about Repo Man and how great of a movie it is, we can do that on the personal account. Also, too, James Henson gave me a good suggestion on some items he wants to see on the VGT. Tell you what, we can talk about that too. If you're like, hey, I'd really like to see more of this, or I'd like to see more of that, I'm more than willing to take suggestions on my personal page. But please, let's be honest, let's be like logical about these requests. Don't be like, you know what you should do, Jake Manning, for VGT? Put out more signed Undertaker stuff. Don't you think if I had some signed Undertaker stuff, I would do that? But, if you got some good suggestions, I'd like to see some more of this, or you guys had this before and I'd like you to bring that back, or I'm new to here, and I'm interested in signed figures, well, we can accommodate. Just go ahead and message me at ManScoutManning on Instagram and Twitter. I'm on there most of the time. But regardless of that, where I'm at most of the time is Highspots Auctions, dealing and working on this schedule, and we got a very big schedule. We have become more dedicated. That's been our New Year's resolution, to be more dedicated to Saturday programming, and we're debuting another show. We had an amazing time of Less Than Perfect. Everybody that tuned in for Less Than Perfect, thank you so much for making that such a huge success. That's going to be in our regular Saturday rotation. But we have another debuting program this upcoming Saturday, which I'll talk a little bit more about in the auction block. There's some very interesting information about that one. But we have One of One. That's right, One of One will be making its debut 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Corky Franks. This is going to be a lot of items that for whatever reason, auction items that weren't paid for, hard card items that weren't paid for, or items we sold, 6 out of the 7 we had, we have 1 left, or stuff that's on the website that we took off, and you're like, you know what, we'll save this One of One. This is One of One, last ditch effort, straight up auctions the entire time. It's going to be fast, it's going to be furious. I gave them a list of about 30 items, and some items we just had, one item they just got signed by a talent. I'm like, I can't really put this on VGT. Can't really put this on any other show. We don't have a place for it because we only got one of it. It's One of One. Only one of. And instead of just putting it out there, it's going to be straight auctions the entire time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But as usual, me and Chelsea will be here in the office Sunday at noon for Sunday Noon Poll, but also Sunday Noon Drop. And you're going to see a multitude of things, a multitude of 8x10s, 11x17s. But you're also going to see something very special that you're going to be confused about. You're going to see something that's going to make you scratch your head and not understand. And that's why I'm going to bring out the head graphics guy, Joshua Amigo himself. Come on out here, buddy. He's got something. He worked on this. We wanted
this was
go
an
ahead,
issue.
you tell the story.
All right, so Michael's given me permission to talk a little bit about something that everyone has hit us up in the comments, and that is AEW guests.
Yes.
We understand next Tuesday we have Anna Jay and Ty Conte coming in together as a duo to hang out with Michael, which is going to be phenomenal to watch Michael juggle this. So, guys, what we have is an agreement in place with AEW that says we can't do any AEW promos or any AEW items with any of their guests. We can work and be creative, and we had to get creative. And
Very creative.
So
creative, I didn't even know what it was. I had no clue.
So everybody that saw this, I had an idea with the turnbuckle. It took me a couple of days to figure it out, and we're going to showcase it right now so that Marine is not inundated and everyone else is not inundated with messages on Sunday at the drop going, what is this?
I don't get it.
So I'm going to let JB Vanna White.
Yes.
So, guys, this is going to be the turnbuckle, and he's going to do it on the small, on the close-up cam.
Okay.
So that we can explain this. Guys, this is and I'm going to say it wrong, ambigram, which is you can read the text one way, and then if you want to flip it upside down, it actually says both their names either way. So the one will sign it up here at the top, and one will sign down here the correct way. So you can choose which way to display that. So it does go along with them, but it is not an AEW product. We try to get as close as possible without infringing on any of their rights. So, guys, that will be live on Sunday at noon. I'll put it up Sunday at noon, and they will not be around Tuesday.
They will not.
They will not. They are limited. How many do we make?
Not a lot, but if you could also just mention that people that are expecting to see AEW promos.
Yeah, we don't have. We had to do our own promos.
But you won't be disappointed.
No.
You will not be disappointed. I felt very uncomfortable talking to my girlfriend after seeing some of the pictures that we will be putting out. But I definitely could tell my girlfriend about this beautiful and wonderful embroidered turnbuckle pad.
Embroidered, not UV. So.
Not UV. This is embroidered. An awesome job, Joshua. As always, this is fantastic.
Yep.
Some of your best work here. The man who helped design the Nation Domination turnbuckle pad continues to be the innovator.
That was on camera.
No, don't throw that on him. He's the dumbest person I know.
He's the dumbest person I know.
But thank you so much, amigo.
See you, buddy.
But yeah, so no need to ask any questions about that, and no need to waste any time. Make sure you log on Highspots auctions right at noon to go get that wonderful, unique turnbuckle pad pre-order for upcoming this Tuesday. Sign It Live, Anna J, Ty Contact. They'll be here in studio, and then of course next Thursday, because of popular demand, because of you guys. I just merely said it on one Saturday show and one VGT, and it lit up the comment section, and then the next day Michael's like, you got to make this happen, and with one DM on Twitter, we made it happen. That's right, next week, VGT, Effie will be in-house. It'll be the big day, Valentine's Day, that it should be, what it deserves to be, so tune in next Thursday for Effie. That's right. I'm very excited about this one. He's such a lovely gosh darn man. And I think he's still going to have the mustache. It's going to be double mustaches. Maybe double fishnets. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll see how fast they can get delivered to me. I also have to get a Valentine's gift real fast too. Forgot to do that. It's been busy around here. I destroyed a computer today. Hope you're doing okay. Hopefully we don't destroy the computer today because we have a lot of great items. And if you wish to purchase any of the items that I put in front of the camera, you need to put 3 pieces of information in the Facebook Live video, not the YouTube comment section. I know we're also streaming on YouTube right now. I know a lot of people like to watch this on YouTube on their TV screen, but if you want to purchase something, you can't do it through YouTube. You have to do it through the Facebook Live video feed in the comment section. So if I present to you an item, like a signed poster, for $30, and you wish to purchase said poster for $30, I need you to put 3 pieces of information in the Facebook Live comment section. I need you to type the words sold, item name, and price. Okay, so like I said, signed poster, $30. I need you to type sold, signed poster, $30 in the Facebook Live comment section. If you were to type signed poster, $21. You didn't make a sale, I didn't make a sale, nobody made a sale, sale did not exist. The algorithm says you didn't make a sale because you didn't put the word sold in there. We have rules in this society and I ask that you abide by them. And once you abide by those rules, and once you have collected $100 on one specific invoice in one particular fiscal week, you get free shipping if you live in the domestic United States. Now, don't worry, Canada, UK, you are not left out. We are consolidating orders and shipping them out every single week. And the faster you guys pay for your orders, and once I'm like, hey, Tommy, all the UK orders are in, all the Canada orders are in, we can get them out the door faster. We were able to get the consolidated order for Canada, UK out the door just yesterday because you guys did a fantastic job of paying for your invoices, so we can get them out to you just a few days faster, okay? So please do that. But hey, if you're like, I don't know, the anti-situation and you pay your taxes, we can ship to you direct, but you're in charge of paying for the value-added tax. And as I said, guys, we're going to be liking those comments, but it is very, very important. You type the information of sold, item name, and price, because we have this wonderful algorithm. We'll be able to pull the comments at the end of the night. So if you purchase anything, do not delete your comments. Please do not leave your comments on this Facebook Live comment section because that is how we're going to pull that and then put it on a spreadsheet, then put it on your invoice, and then get it to you as fast as possible. We're going to try it here tonight. We've been stumbling and bumbling through it, but it is very important that you do not delete your comments once you have claimed something, once you want something, especially hard card items, and we have a lot of them here tonight. So please leave those comments in the Facebook Live comment section so we can invoice you quickly, accurately, and specifically. And also, too, quickly, get over to highspotsauctions.com. You have 15 minutes remaining to get personalizations in for Powers of Pain. Warlord, Barbarian. Can't wait to get Barb out of here, and he punched me right, just squeezed me right there in the nerve right there. Probably need it right now, probably crack my neck. But right now, I gotta get loose, I gotta get moving, we gotta get to hot starts and kick off this edition of the Highspots virtual gimmick table. And we're gonna kick it off as we always do. We're very lucky to have these right here. I am surprised we have any left, but we have 6 of them remaining for $100. And that is, right out of the gate, signed Powers of Pain turnbuckle pads. I said $100, signed by Warlord and Barbarian themselves. It's one of the Hasbro editions. So if you've been collecting the Hasbro turnbuckle pads from us, if you got the Jake the Snake, if you got the Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, if you got the Lex Luger, here's your opportunity to continue on with the set of the Hasbro turnbuckle pads that we've been presenting to you here on VGT. You can collect the Powers of Pain, signed by Warlord and Barbarian, $100. Type in the comments section, sold Powers of Pain turnbuckle pad 100. To claim yours today, there's only 6 of them remaining. And it seems like there's going to be even less. So guys, go ahead and type the word sold Powers of Pain turnbuckle pad 100 to claim this. I only have 6 of these remaining. Let's go ahead and take a look at these right here. They are signed in silver. Warlord is at the top and Barb is down here at the bottom. As I said, Hasbro edition right there. Powers of Pain logo. Amigo himself. We were going to do a full 20, but we only got 15 of them, and we've been selling a lot of them on highspotsauctions.com, but I only have 6 available here tonight for the show. I've been sold 9 of them already, pre-sold right away, so I only have 6 of them available right now. Just type in the words sold Powers of Pain turnbuckle pad, $100. Any takers at all, Michael?
We have one, but what's strange is 2 people had asked if we had any more because they were going to the website to buy them and they were taken off.
This is the only place to get them right here, right now, guys.
So I'm wondering where those same people that were in the comments 3 minutes ago.
This is the time. You can't go get them at Highspots Auctions. No. We shut them off. We don't make them mail. We only make them through the Facebook Live comment section. Here's your opportunity right now. And as a reminder, guys, they're $100. You live in the domestic United States, it's free shipping on this turnbuckle pad. Go ahead, type the words sold Powers of Pain turnbuckle pad, $100. The comment section is the only way to get it now. We shut it off Highspots Auctions. You had your time to pre-order it. It's no longer pre-order. It's an active item here on the virtual gimmick table right here, right now. You can't go to Highspots Auctions to get this right now. The only place you can get it right now is in the Facebook Live comment sections for $100 by typing the words sold Powers of Pain turnbuckle pad, $100. Did that kick somebody loose right there?
It kicked 1 or 2 people loose, but still not the people who had asked before. But Dylan Hines, and Justin Sheely.
They got it right now.
Meaning there are 4 left.
There are 4. There are 4 remaining Powers of Pain turnbuckle pads for $100. Only 4 of them remain in the entire world available to sell. All the other ones are going to go out the door to those wonderful customers. You can't get it at Highspots Auctions. You can only get it here in the Facebook Live comment section by typing the words sold Powers of Pain turnbuckle pad 100. This is it. Only 4 of them remain. We're going to be plugging these throughout Hot Starts. And I'm going to plug to you right now at highspotsauctions.com. You have 10 minutes remaining. Only 10 minutes remain to get personalizations in for Warlord and Barbarian if you want to personalize 8x10. So go over to highspotsauctions.com. But right now, this is the only place to get a signed turnbuckle pad by Warlord and Barbarian for $100. Just type the word sold Powers of Pain turnbuckle pad, $100. All right. Well, not only do we have the Powers of Pain turnbuckle pad available in the comment section, we also got another thing we're going to sell in the comment section. You probably saw it on Highspots Auctions, but I'm going to give you a close look at this one. We have a Powers of Pain Haney piece. It's 11 by 17, the split-faced Haney right here, 11 by 17 art piece for $30, signed Barbarian and Warlord, and they're signed both right here in the beards. Both here in gold. Let's go get a closer look of this item right here for $30. Signed Haney art piece. The 2-face one, Warlord over here, Barbarian, both signed in the beard, both signed in gold. This wonderful art piece, and it's a Haney art piece, as I said. It's one of those 2-face ones, and we got a wonderful 11 by 17 piece right here. Just type the words sold, Powers of Pain poster 30 in the comment section.
So we've had 2 people now try to add the Powers of Pain.
Okay.
They don't put the price. So even though you explain it, we don't count it as a sale.
Michael, I'm getting dizzy already.
I know.
Michael, please. Okay, once again, guys, if you wish to get the Powers of Pain turnbuckle pad or the Powers of Pain poster that is probably on your screen right now. I don't know what's on my screen right now. I'm just talking to a camera right now. But let's go ahead. Thank you, Michael Elliott, for confirming. I don't know, and you don't know. Well, if you are interested in purchasing anything, I need the information of sold, item name, and price. So if you're interested in the signed turnbuckle pad, I need the information of sold, Powers of Pain Turnbuckle Pad 100. We need the price. That's your social contract that you are going to pay $100 for said item, and we are selling this item for $100. Now, if you want the signed poster, that's a different story. Go ahead and type the words "sold Powers of Pain poster 30" in the comment section. We need the price on this. You just can't go "sold Powers of Pain" or just "Powers of Pain" or "I'll take that." No, as I said before, we have rules in this society and I ask that you abide by them, and I got some muscle that's going to be coming out a little bit later on if you don't abide by those rules.
All right, we'll go into the Hal Haney poster.
Please.
Start us out with an easy one. John DiPietro.
John Deep.
William Hudson.
William Hudson.
Scott Hosler.
Scott Hosler.
Ryan Perry.
Ryan Perry.
Paul Huntington.
Paul Huntington.
Bobby Hawkins.
Bobby Hawkins. Come on, Bobby.
And one who did follow the rule, Ken Polvidente, bought a turnbuckle pad.
Oh, Ken Polvidente. How can I say your name but not John D's? Still don't know. Maybe because I've screamed it across a convention hall multiple times. I don't know.
3 turnbuckles left, and we're waiting on Nathan Dill to follow the rules.
Nathan Dill, please, by the love of God, I want you to be a part of this society. I want you to be a part of the fun. If you want the signed turnbuckle pad, I need you to type the words "sold Powers of Pain Turnbuckle Pad 100" in the comment section if you wish to make a purchase on the signed turnbuckle hat. But as I said, I got the signed Powers of Pain 11 by 17 Hal Haney poster. One of our favorite artists. He's a very unique artist. Not everybody makes a great Hal Haney, but Powers of Pain most certainly. Probably one of the better Hal Haney pieces we brought out here on the VGT. And it is signed by the Warlord and Barbarian. And you can pick it up for $30 by typing into the Facebook Live comment section, "sold Powers of Pain poster 30."
Justin Sheely.
Justin.
Up the poster.
Thank you so much, Justin Sheely. All right. Well, we actually have quite a bit of posters here today, an 11 by 17 posters, and we're going to continue on with one I really had to fight for to be in existence. This is, as I said, the dust has settled from Texas. Everybody should have gotten most of their Sting items, their Sting bats, their Sting turnbuckle pads. There's a few other that went out this week. But if you're not all stinged out, if you're not all scorpioned out, well, guess what? I have some more Sting for you. It is an Eric Hodson piece. Most of you have seen this is an early Hodson piece, but we were able to get Sting to autograph this one, and it is signed by Sting, and it is available here tonight as 11 by 17 top-loaded Highspots QR code COA'd, and it is available for $60. Just type the words "sold Sting poster 60" in the comment section. Let's get a closer look of said autograph right here, signed right here in gold. Close up for that right there. And of course, as I said, this is one of the this was like when I first saw this was one of the early Hodson pieces that I saw before Hodson was all over all these virtuals right now. This is very early, back when the comic book conventions were around. And so we got all of them all over the place, but right now this one is signed, and I haven't seen too many of these signed by Sting himself. Sting's a bit recluse. He's a man who sits in the rafters. He doesn't have a Sharpie with him when he's up in the rafters, but he had a Sharpie in his hand. We went to go see him in Dallas, Texas to get this signed so you guys can purchase it here tonight on the Highspots virtual gimmick table for $60. Just type the words "sold Sting poster 60", and since I'm talking about numbers, you have 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes to go over to highspotsauctions.com to get your personalizations in for Powers of Pain. But hopefully you guys are getting in your purchases for this Sting poster right here. As I said, Highspots QR code right there in the back. There's the sticker. Jake Manning put him on himself just mere minutes ago, and I'll show you again. And I'm going to make sure right here, scan it right there, pops up. And there is your QR code. There is your COA. Welcome to the future. And welcome to the Highspots virtual gimmick table. We have some of the coolest stuff that you're going to find. And we have this very cool Sting 11 by 17 top-loaded sticker COA poster for $60. Are people stinged out, Michael, or did somebody pick these up?
Well, not overwhelming, but we did pick up a few. We got Eli Eifert.
Eli Eifert.
J.O.D.
J.O.D.
Chuck Dasher.
Chuck Dasher dashing through the snow and dashing to the rafters to get this signed Sting poster.
Richard Reese.
Richard Reese.
William Hudson.
William Hudson.
Matthew Vicente.
Matthew Vicente.
And just last second came in Andy Duda.
Andy Duda. Thank you so much. Ooh, the Duda Day. You are going to be riding this over the hill. This signed Sting poster will be walking up. Michael Elliott like that one. That's close. I'm going to get to a laugh with Michael Elliott right there. So raise up an eyebrow. Either that or he sneezed. It would be make the same noise. So, but we have a signed Sting poster. Like I said, 11 by 17, top loaded, $60. Of course, one of the very early Hodson pieces. So, like I said, Sting signings and early Hodson piece is a very unique mix. Very happy to bring it out here tonight on VGT. So, all right, I'm going to show this here. And once again, guys, I believe we have 3 remaining Powers of Pain turnbuckle pads signed for $100. Just go ahead and type the words "sold Powers of Pain turnbuckle pad $100. Once these last 3 go, they are gone. They are gone for good. They're no longer available on highspotsauctions.com. They're only available here in the Facebook Live comment section by typing the words "sold Powers of Pain turnbuckle pad $100." Okay, and then of course we have another 11 by 17 poster. Hopefully you're not postered out. I hope not. We got another one right here for $30. It is a Ronnie Garvin signed poster. This is also Eric Hodson piece, and I love Eric Hodson to death. A fantastic artist. Maybe not the best wrestling historian, because Ronnie Garvin didn't hold this particular NWA belt, but he sure as heck signed this particular poster right here. That's right, Old Hands of Stone. A wonderful art piece. Very unique art piece. I think once Hodson realizes his mistake, he may redo this. This may be, in a sense, kind of like an error. You know how action figures, they got those errors, those cards that are messed up, those trading cards, they got an error on the back of it, like that Deion Sanders that's got his wrong stats on it. This could be a rare piece. You may not see these again, because I'm sure Hodson will realize, oh, he didn't hold that version in the NWA belt. He may change the whole art piece and never see this art piece again. So this could be a rare piece of history, and I'm selling it only for $30 here tonight. Go ahead, type in the words "sold Ronnie Garvin poster 30" in the comment section. As I said, very rare piece, wonderful piece, but it could be very rare in the future, because that is not the belt that Ronnie Garvin held. And that was the first thing I noticed right away. That and like, oh, it is signed Ronnie Garvin. So if we have any takers on people that have typed the words "sold Ronnie Garvin poster 30" in the comment section.
Trey Morgan.
Trey Morgan, picking up Ronnie Garvin, 11 by 17. People may be postered out right now. I know we've thrown a lot of posters at you right here in Hot Starts. We're going to get to some of the more interesting, but it's a very short Hot Starts because I actually have a few more auction pieces other than Barbarian and Warlord's auction pieces. So the auction block's going to be very long tonight, but I also have some very special auction pieces. Also, promo time is going to be a lot of fun, as it always is. But right now in Hot Starts, I'm trying to sell this signed Ronnie Garvin 11 by 17 poster for $30. Just type the words "sold Ronnie Garvin poster 30" in the comment section.
Richard Howe is added to the list.
Richard Howe is added to the list. And are we still sitting on the 3 signed turnbuckle pads?
Still got 3.
Still got 3. Still halfway there. We've got a very limited amount of the signed turnbuckle pads by Powers of Pain. Also, too, we still have the Powers of Pain Hal Haney piece for $30 as well, signed by Warlord and Barbarian, also for $30. So, and everybody that's got that turnbuckle pad, just remember that's $100 on one specific invoice, and then you get that free shipping. So looks like we're at that time. We are ending personalization. It is now 7:30. If you wanted a personalizations from Powers of Pain, it is now hit 7:30. We are closing personalizations right now. That means Warlord, Barbarian. You might hear the rattling of the printer in the background of Amigo printing out all the personalizations. They're going to start working on all those personalizations right now, and they'll be back out here in about an hour for the auction block. But right now, like I said, I have the Hands of Stone 11 by 17 art piece signed by $30. Kind of a unique variant version of it. It's sold for $30. Just type the word "sold Ronnie Garvin poster 30." All right. Now I got another one that kind of caused a bit of a stir. This has been knocking around the office. This was buried at one point in time, and then Joshua was just sitting in the back going, why haven't we sold these? Why haven't we sold these? He was saying in his head. He wasn't saying it to anybody else. I discovered them. I was going to put them out at a different time. Told I was crazy for doing it. That's okay. I needed some items here for you guys tonight, and people were pretty excited when I put it on a preview, and you should be excited by the price, which is $45, but I have a limited amount of these, so guys, hurry up and type the words sold. Signed Adam Page shirts, 45. Now, I'm not going to be able to guarantee you any type of a shirt size. I got these already bagged up and ready to ship out to you guys. So don't be like, hey, I want a small. I'm not worried about that. All you should be worrying about is the fact that it's got Adam Page's signature on it right here at the top. It's all the cowboy shit shirt, and you can get it signed by Adam Page himself, $45. We've had these sitting in the back. Let me tell you an interesting story about this particular piece as I put it on the close-up camera so you can see the signature from Adam Page himself. As I said, signed right here. So Adam Page, wonderful, gorgeous human being, also a very accurate, very quick signer. So he signed all the stuff that we needed him to sign very fast. So there was like 45 minutes where he was sitting around, and Josh was like, oh, we can't have that. We need to put as much stuff in front of him as possible to keep signing. He started throwing t-shirts in front of him, and that's why this exists here today. But I only have about 18 of them in existence right now, signed Adam Page shirts for $45. It's a nice display piece you can put up there, signed t-shirt for $45. As I said, I cannot guarantee the shirt size, but I can guarantee it is signed by Adam Page himself. Because we need it, because he works very fast, very accurately, very hard, like a good country boy, like a good cowboy does. But what I need you to do is to be a good customer and type the words sold, signed Adam Page shirt, 45 in the comment section if you wish to purchase it. As I said, I have a limited amount of these, so guys, jump all over it as fast as possible. And I cannot guarantee the shirt size because I'm just going to grab as I go at random. I got a box full of them, and when I pull Sunday at noon, as the orders are coming in for Ty Conte and Anna J and Effie next week on highspotsauctions.com, I'm just going to be grabbing bags and going to get these out the door. But any takers on this Adam Page shirt at all, Michael?
Yes, we had Dan Sousa.
Dan Sousa, old brick wall himself.
Sean McGilray.
Sean McGilray.
Vince McCormick.
Vince McCormick.
Carlos Navarro.
Carlos Navarro. Normally Mr. 8x10. He's picking up a signed shirt now.
John DiPietro.
John D.
William Hudson.
William Hudson.
And that's it.
And that's it. Those are the people right now that have picked up a signed Adam Page shirt for $45. Just type in the word sold. Signed Adam Page shirt, $45. Most of you have already gotten all kinds of signed Adam Page stuff. Now you can get a signed shirt as well. We've been sitting on these for a while. We brought this nice little chestnut out for you guys here tonight on VGT, a very special edition with Powers of Pain, who still have signed turnbuckle pads remaining for $100. Just type in the words sold, Powers of Pain, turnbuckle pad, $100. We have 3 of them. Only 3 of them remaining. Half the ones that I started with the show with are already gone. I have another half of them to get rid of. I only have 3. As I said, 3 of them remaining for $100. Signed by the Warlord and Barbarian themselves. So, okay. We're going to move on from the signed Adam Page shirt, and we're gonna get on some stuff, you know, from one cowboy to another cowboy. Since we were talking about Texas a little bit earlier, I'm gonna present something to you that you're not gonna understand what it is at first. These little things. I say Georgia emblem black right here. Now looking at them, you're like very confused. Very interesting. You're not sure exactly what it is. But let me go ahead and take one that I freely can open up right here and show you all the fun that exists inside here. Oh, cowboy hat, little figurine. Put that together, put that together, put this together. Should turn that around. Put there. And then put that there. And what we have there, the mini Stan Hansen. That's right. These are actually exclusively sold in Japanese convenience stores with the intent of these being placed on top of cups of coffee or like soda or like certain cans. Much smaller right there. The small mini Stan Hansens. And Stan Hansen, when we saw him, he had a whole bag full of them. But like I said, these were exclusively sold in Japanese convenience stores. But you have mini Stan Hansens. They're going to come like this, unopened, right here, sealed up. All of them with Stan Hansen. We're going to be selling these for $20. Mini Stan Hansens. Very hard to get. They were only sold exclusively in Japanese convenience stores for Georgia Emblem Black Coffee. These tiny little things, and of course they were official. All Japan merch right there. You see the All Japan logo there. Mini Stan Hansens for $20. Right there. Go ahead and type the word sold. Mini Stan Hansen 20 in the comment section. He's even doing the youth, as we learned, right there with the horns. Keep a little Stan Hansen in your pocket. You never know. You never know when you need a little Stan Hansen in your pocket. Do I have any takers on this mini Stan Hansens?
Yes, sir. We have Dan Sousa.
Dan Sousa.
Joel and Kylo.
Joel and Kylo.
Dylan Hines.
Dylan Hines.
Tony Aragon.
Tony Aragon.
Jason Paddington.
Jason Paddington.
David Phillips.
David Phillips.
Mike Peach.
Mike Peach. A peach of a man. We're going to send this north of the border.
John Fox.
John Fox.
Jason Howard.
Jason Howard. All right. Mini Stan Hansen, $20. As I said, it'll come to you like this. So once you see this, like, what's this about? Well, there's a little Stan Hansen inside of every one of these. So just type in the word sold, Mini Stan Hansen, 20 in the comment section.
And Eric Kaufhold.
Eric Kaufhold. Put this on your cup of coffee, Eric Kaufhold. All right. We're going to move on from that, mostly because I can't hold it up any longer. I have really bad... I have about as good shoulders as Kurt Angle does. I am deteriorating very slowly, which Kurt Angle, by the way, will be coming in just about 2 more weeks. So get those mail-ins. February 18th, Kurt Angle will be in-house, and we can talk about how our nerves are degenerating in both of our arms right now. We are bald men with really bad necks. So we'll talk about that. But right now, I'm done talking about these mini Stan Hansens for $20. Just type in the word sold, mini Stan Hansen 20 in the comment section. All right. As you guys know, we had a wonderful, fantastic Sign It Live guest. Brooke Hogan was in-house and exceeded all expectations. A lot of new customers tuned in to what we're doing here on the Highspots Superstore Facebook page. And, you know, some of you, I think she talked a little bit on Sign It Live, her work on China, Illinois, the Adult Swim show, where her father voices the dean of China, Illinois University. So, you know, we did a special little thing. Joshua was able to pull the graphic and do a little special thing that we put right here in Hot Starts, but I only have only five of these available. I think this is a special little thing, mostly because it's kind of a niche Adult Swim show. If she was on Rick and Morty, we'd probably make more of these, but it's the China, Illinois show and Adult Swim, so we're going to make this available for those of you, for deep cut Adult Swim customers. We have this little 8x10 art piece, which is the logo for China, Illinois. We had Brooke Hogan herself signed right there on this wonderful 8x10 that says China, Illinois on it. I only have 5 of them available for $20. Just type in the words sold, Brooke, China, Illinois, 20 in the comment section. As I said, I only have 5 of them available. I need you to type the word sold, China, Illinois, 20 in the comment section. Sold, China, Illinois, 20. As I said, Brooke signed right there in purple, of course, with the QR code right there in the back. I'll get my camera out again, show you the COA on it. And there it is. There it is. It's China, Illinois, logo sign, $20. This is kind of a deep cut. That's why I only have 5 of them available. Kind of a little deep cut right there. So Yeah, any leftover Brooke Hogan fans from this past Tuesday?
Maybe too deep of a cut, Jake.
Too deep of a cut, probably a donut on it. Well, good thing we didn't spend a lot of money on it, Michael. It's not like we went to Casey and printed off 100 of these. But just type in the word sold, Brooke Hogan, China, Illinois, 20 in the comment section. No takers? No takers. All right, no harm, no foul. So.
For people who don't know, I guess that "Love You, Honey" is her like catchphrase on the show.
So she put her catchphrase on there and everything. As I said, if it was Rick and Morty, Michael, I would have sold out of it before we put on there. But as I said, China, Illinois, one of the lesser known Adult Swim shows. But we just brought them out here, just for you guys right here. $20, take it or leave it. Most of you guys wanted the bikini photo. I get it, whatever. But hopefully you guys are interested in signed Funkos. This will be the last item before we get our hot starts. Before we get our hot starts, I'm surprised that we still have some remaining Powers of Pain turnbuckle pads. Normally, we don't even make it out of hot starts with these turnbuckle pads, but apparently I have 3 of these left. So I need you to type the words sold. Powers of Pain turnbuckle pad, $100. Somehow, I'm going to make it out of hot starts.
First time in 6 months.
First time in 6 months. And we had a limited amount. I'm surprised that we have gone this far with just 3. 3 knocking around signed Powers of Pain turnbuckle pads for $100. Here's our opportunity to just type in the word sold. Powers of Pain turnbuckle pad, $100. And I got one more item here in hot starts before we get to promo time, which I think is going to be the most exciting part of the whole show. But I have a hard 6 on this. I have Kevin Owens signed Funkos. You're like, Jake, you already were selling Kevin Owens Funkos back on the 12 days. That is true, and I did sell out of those. But those were the KO show ones. These are the Fight Owens Fight ones. I have a different Funko, different inscription. So not just signature on the front, but also inscription on the side. Signed Funko, Kevin Owens, $80. Type in the words sold. Kevin Owens, Funko, 80. As I said, I sold out of the KO show ones. What I have here is a sign and inscribed Fight Owens Fight right there on the side. And of course, Suede on the back. I only have 6 of these remaining. Some of you won some of these in Boxamanias, but I'm going to let you guys have an opportunity to jump on these right now, fair and clear, by typing in the information of sold. Kevin Owens, signed Funko, 80 in the Facebook Live comment section. These will be the last signed Funkos of Kevin Owens that we will have in the warehouse. And once these 6 disappear, they are gone. Here's your opportunity, as I said, signed and inscribed by Kevin Owens himself. See you, Wade. Right there. Of course, they will be in these nice Funko protectors as well. Just type the word sold, Kevin Owens Funko 80 in the comment section. Who are some of the people that have collected it so far, Michael? I know it's a hard card item.
I'm looking because somebody said they're gone, but I have 1 remaining.
We have 1 remaining,
right.
So there's a bit of a discrepancy right now. So Michael's timeline is king on all these hard card items.
Here are the names I got. Matthew Vicente.
Matthew Vicente.
Tommy DeLuna.
Tommy DeLuna.
Drew Smith.
Drew Smith.
Matt Sophie.
Matt Sophie.
And Paul Intilli, leaving 1.
Paul Intilli leaving 1 remaining, signed and inscribed Kevin Owens Funko for $80. You just got to type in the words sold Kevin Owens Funko 80 in the comment section of the Facebook Live video.
I think we just stay here till we sell the 1. We don't move on until the 1.
We don't move on.
Nope.
We don't move
we
on.
Hold our ground, Jake.
Michael, and what am I supposed to do during this time, Michael?
Kill time.
Kill time? I got to kill time on this. Don't give me an option to say whatever I want, Michael. We've already had a conversation about this. My father had a conversation about this with me, by the way. It was a very wonderful conversation. We'll explain that on air. It was quite off air. It was quite funny. But right now, what's not funny is the fact that I only have 1 remaining, and we're not moving on.
There it is.
There
Brantley Strickland.
Brantley Strickland trying to keep me from incriminating myself. Thank you, Brantley Strickland, for typing sold Kevin Owens Funko 80 in the Facebook Live comment section. As I said, we still got turnbuckle pads remaining of Powers of Pain for $100. And like I said, it's going to be free shipping on it if you live in the domestic United States. Here's your opportunity to get the sign as part of the Hasbro collection that we've been putting together. Guys, go ahead and type the words sold, Powers of Pain, turnbuckle pad 100 in the Facebook Live comment section. Complete the series. Complete the set. If you got the Jake the Snake Roberts one, you got the Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, you got the Lex Luger, and all the other Hasbro ones. Here's your opportunity to continue on with that set with the Powers of Pain, Barb, and Warlord. Okay. And also, too, guys, Warlord bought some stuff, and I'm going to let you guys know that we're not going to be selling this right out, but if you're interested in a signed Mattel figure, please send a Facebook message through the messenger about this. We only have 3 of these available. They are battle damaged. We'll have a discussion with you on the price and all that stuff, so I can't really put it as a hard card item, but in the Facebook messenger, we have 3 of them available, as well as a loose Hasbro of Warlord. These were all brought out of Warlord's personal collections.
We're not allowed to talk about the price on that?
Well, I don't think we're allowed to talk about the price on it. We'll do it through the, because I think they need to see the damage on each one of them.
Okay.
So, but we're not allowed to talk a price on that, but do it all through the messenger right there. So I need to put those out as a reminder of that. And also, too, guys, if you want a signed 8x10 of the Powers of Pain, and individually, what I have for you right now is the opportunity to put it in the Facebook Live comment section. Like I said, you can't get it personalized anymore. You missed out that opportunity a little bit earlier. Is what I have for you. Signed 8x10 by the Warlord by typing the words sold Warlord 20 or sold Barbarian 20 or sold Powers Flex 30 or sold Powers Fist 30 in the comment section. So if you want signed 8x10s, Powers of Pain, you can get them right here in the Facebook Live comment section. But you got to put the word sold because the algorithm won't pull it at the end of the night. Sold is your key to ensure that your purchases have been secured. Well, hopefully, you know, if you got in your WrestleMania pool, you secured the bag and you secured the bounty on that because Royal Rumble was this past Sunday and it was full of surprise returns, and kind of in the honor of that, promo time is to reflect upon that. And not just the big surprises of what we think about with Royal Rumble, but another thing you think about with VGT is $10 promos. And we're going to kick it off with a surprise return. $10 promos. Christian, the one that everybody's most excited about right here. Go ahead and type the words sold Christian 10. That's right. Christian signed promo for $10. We've been selling for $20. We're going to be selling this one here tonight for $10. Type the words sold Christian 10. Let's go get a closer look of this one. This, of course, is during his TNA days. He's holding up the NWA title right here. You know, the belt that Ronnie Garvin won. Right here. Signed Christian. Right here. Right, coming in and out of the Impact Zone, obviously against all odds, I believe, for that pay-per-view. Winning the belt right there. Nice, wonderful shot of Christian here in promo time. $10. Type the words sold Christian 10 in the Facebook Live comment section if you want this particular promo right here. Hopefully this is the opportunity to get a signed Christian promo for $10. We wouldn't normally do it, but we're going to do it here tonight. As I said, I know you guys love those $10 promos. Well, you're getting it from somebody who's fresh off of a Royal Rumble appearance this past Sunday. You're getting it here tonight. Who are some of the people who picked it up so far?
Daniel Bessels.
Daniel Bessels.
Jonathan Amaro.
Jonathan Amaro.
Eli Eifert.
Eli Eifert.
Michael Stevens.
Michael Stevens.
2 of them for William Hudson.
2 of them for William Hudson. We can definitely accommodate.
Marcus Smith.
Marcus Smith.
Matthew Vicente.
Matthew Vicente.
Derek Rowe.
Derek Rowe.
Tony Crompo.
Tony Crompo.
Vince McCormick.
Vince McCormick.
Keaton Schaefer.
Keaton Schaefer.
Adrian Gallup.
Adrian Gallup. So another across the way. As I said, signed Christian for $10. Just type in the information of sold Christian 10 in the Facebook Live comment section. You want this $10 promo signed by Christian. This is a part of the FTC collection, and we're bringing it back out here for you guys for $10. All right?
Oh, I got to give you one more name just because of who it is. Jeff Morlock.
Jeff Morlock, a man, not a Morlock, coming up from the underground to pick up this signed 8x10. All right. Moving on right here. Moving right through promo time. We're going to bring out another surprise entrant for $10. I have Carlito for $10. Just type the words sold Carlito 10 in the Facebook Live comment section. If you want the signed picture of Carlito with the apple, with the nice button-up shirt and the khakis. How 2005 of him. Right there, that's Carlito with the apple. Signed promo. Show up with the signature right there. Little tough to see. Also $10 as well. Go ahead and type the words sold Carlito 10 in the Facebook Live comment section. If you wish to purchase this signed 8x10 for only $10 of Carlito.
All right, we have a few.
Okay.
Steve Fox.
Steve Fox.
Brian Burkhan.
Brian Burkhan.
Keaton Schaefer.
Keaton Schaefer. Keaton Schaefer becoming one of my favorite customers. I love pulling your invoices. It's a very distinct name, and I've been seeing it a lot recently, so thank you so much for tuning in, Keaton, here this Thursday night and picking up this $10 Carlito by typing in the Facebook Live comment section, sold Carlito 10.
Ray Williams.
Ray Williams, we are going to ship this off to an undisclosed Papa John's location where Joe Flacco may or may not have dropped his pizza and somebody picked it up and ran it in for a touchdown. So,
Derek Rowe.
Derek Rowe, row your boat to Puerto Rico or wherever you are, Derek Rowe, for this $10 Carlito promo.
Justin Sheely.
Justin Sheely.
John Naparella.
John Naparella. Why I can say your name and not John D's, it's beyond me.
Matthew Vicente.
Matthew Vicente.
Arthur Ellis.
Arthur Ellis.
Jeff Morlock.
Jeff Morlock, a man, not a Morlock, coming up from the underground to pick up this signed Carlito promo for $10. Which, we sold more Carlitos than we did of Christian?
Oh, yeah.
For same price. Same price.
Jesse Coffey.
Jesse Coffey also getting the signed Carlito for $10. All right. Well, far more action than I thought we'd get on Carlito, but I'm glad we did. Very nice man. Right there. Every time I've seen him, he's never said anything bad to me. Good dude. Good promo. $10. Go ahead and type the word sold. Carlito.
It's not over, Jake.
It's not over. It's still going.
Michael Stevens.
Michael Stevens.
And Chris Chandler.
Chris Chandler. We're going to ship this off to West Virginia. Right there. Signed.
Power of TV, Jake. The power of TV.
The power of TV. If I would have brought Carlito a week before, it wouldn't have sold, but he's selling right here now for $10. This autographed picture of Carlito for $10. Well, hopefully they put Powers of Pain on the TV so we can sell these last 3 remaining Powers of Pain turnbuckle pads for $100, which, as a reminder, if you live in the domestic United States, you get free shipping on this turnbuckle pad right here. Just type in the words sold Powers of Pain turnbuckle pad, $100 right here. They've been on TV a time or two. So, but somebody else who made a surprise entrance into the Royal Rumble. Now, I can't do this one for $10. No, because it's one of the P-Series collection. As we know, that's a very hard to get item, especially an autographed P-Series. But it wasn't in the male Royal Rumble. It was in the female Royal Rumble. It was Jillian Hall. She showed up on the Royal Rumble. I have 10 of these remaining of Jillian Hall signed P-Series for $20. Just go ahead and type the words sold Jillian Hall P-Series, and as I said, you get the little P indication right here, and that's what makes it the P-Series right here. She's signed right there in silver. Just type the words sold Jillian Hall 20 in the comment section. Only 10 of them remain in the office. Just type the words sold Jillian Hall 20 in the comment section. $20 P-Series, only 10 of them remain. So, sorry if I inverted those, but we only have 10 of them remaining for $20. As I said, the signed P-Series, very tough to get, very rare and sought out. And once these go, they're gone. I don't know how many more P-Series Jillian Halls that are out in the world that are unsigned, but I only know I only have 10 of them that are signed here in the office. This, like I said, collected from FTC and their collection, and I'm bringing it here to you guys in the Highspots virtual gimmick table, an opportunity to pick up a signed P-Series promo of Jillian Hall, who just made her reappearance on TV. The power The power of TV, the power of the P series, and that sounds extremely dirty. But what's not dirty and not dirty pool is the price on this signed P series, which is $20, signed by Jillian Hall. All you got to do is just type in the words "sold Jillian Hall 20" in the comment section. Hopefully you're one of 10. Looks like we have less than 10 to sell. Who are those people that have picked it up so far, Michael?
All right, Nate Poole.
Nate Poole.
Ray Williams.
Ray Williams. We're going to send this off to an undisclosed Papa John's location where Ed Reed intercepted somebody's chicken wings one time. I swear to God, I saw it happen.
Raymond Pappas.
Raymond Pappas.
Adrian Gallup.
Adrian Gallup.
And the last, and surprisingly last, Joe Krattinger. I thought this would be a instant sellout.
Oh, Joe Krattinger. Picking up, how many do we have remaining, Mike?
5 left.
5 remaining. We're halfway through. We are halfway through. Selling this Jillian Hall P Series signed promo for $20. As I said, just made her reappearance on the Royal Rumble. Here's your opportunity to pick it up right here tonight, not last Sunday, but here tonight on Thursday, just by typing the words "sold Jillian Hall 20" in the Facebook Live comment section. All right. Okay, we are going to move on. We have another P Series. Another surprise entrance into the Royal Rumble, and she ain't the lady to mess with. That is Victoria, P Series, right here, $20. Just type the words "sold Victoria 20" in the Facebook Live comment section. There she is right there, signature right there, P Series there. And of course, CUA on the back. Go ahead and type the words "sold Victoria P Series 20" in the Facebook Live comment section. If you wish to purchase the signed P Series from Victoria for only $20. Opportunity right now. You saw her come out when she came out of the Royal Rumble. Chelsea lost her mind, screamed loud, audibly. She just so happened to be on the phone with Josh. His phone is now broken. His volume no longer works anymore because she lost her mind because that is a friend. And as you guys know, a lot of you picked up the fireside chat last week. Thank you for that. That's actually sold quite well, and hopefully you got that in your hand and you're watching that by now. So, anyways, if you would like to get this signed P Series from Victoria for $20, just type the words "sold Victoria 20" in the Facebook Live comment section.
All right, Nate Poole.
Nate Poole, no dirty pool for you.
Jeff Morlock.
Jeff Morlock, a man, not a Morlock, coming up from the underground.
Keaton Schaefer.
Keaton Schaefer, one of our favorite new customers.
Adrian Gallup.
Adrian Gallup.
And Brandon Peglow.
Brandon Peglow, also a fun little name, I can say, unlike John Dees. Whatever it is, mental block, don't know what it is, brain trauma, whatever it is. Whatever it is what it is, and that is a signed Victoria P Series for $20. So just type the word "sold Victoria 20." All right, now we're going to move into some newer autographs we have. These are hard card items. I have a limited amount of these, so we may burn through these pretty quickly. I try to keep these costs as efficient as possible, so be ready for this. And what I have for you now is a hard card item, a hard 7 on Snitsky. That's right, and even inscribed, "It's not my fault." And we're selling this signed and inscribed for $10. Just type the word "sold Gene Snitsky 10" in the Facebook Live comment section. And like I said, it says, "It wasn't my fault." And even signed Gene Snitsky right there. Go ahead and zoom in a little bit closer on this.
Yeah, this one's going to be sold out, Jake.
Okay, $10 promos is very exciting right here. Only 7 of them. Like I said, not just signed, but also inscribed by Snitsky himself. Just type the words "sold Gene Snitsky 7" in the Facebook Live comment section. Michael, of course, all hard card items, and we got a few of them. Closing out this portion of promo time.
A lot of people left out on this one.
A lot of people.
All right. Before I move, I'll say Matt Wilson also picked up a Victoria.
Matt Wilson also picked up a Victoria.
Here are my 7. Jeff Morlock.
Jeff Morlock.
Daniel Rayleigh.
Daniel Rayleigh railing against the man, but it wasn't his fault.
Eli Eifert.
Eli Eifert.
Nicholas Michael.
Nicholas Michael.
Marcus Smith.
Marcus Smith.
Joseph Liddell.
Joseph Liddell, you didn't let me down. You're in the top 7.
And the last one, Michael Stevens.
Michael Stevens, right here in North Carolina.
About 7 or more that got left out.
Really, 7 or more. Snitsky that popular. Maybe I got another Snitsky I'll bring out at a different time. You don't even know about that. Nobody knew about that. Guess what? It was put in a random box. Want to know why? Because I know everything in this office, and that's why I don't sleep at night. But hopefully, if you don't sleep at night, and you know you're a bald individual, and you get questions about a lot of things, like, hey, who's that? Which one's that? Well, these guys will give you even more question. Who's Ron and Don Harris? And which one's Ron? Which one's Don? Hopefully they signed with the coordinating pictures, and at least they know. But if you know them and you want a signed 8x10 by them, go ahead and type the word sold, Harris Brothers 15 in the Facebook Live comment section, but you better hurry. I only have 10 of them. It is a hard card item. Michael's timeline is king. Let me go ahead and pop this up on the close-up camera. They don't do a lot of signings. No, that's right, the Bruce Brothers, the Harris Brothers, they don't do a lot of signings. It's a very rare, hard to get 8x10, but if you are one of those people that have been trying to get one, go ahead and type the words sold. Harris Brothers 15 in the Facebook Live comment section. Here's your opportunity right here, right now. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this is Ron and I'm pretty sure this is Don, mostly because they signed there, but they may not even know. Who knows? But anyways, if you know who the Harris Brothers are and you wish to get a signed 8x10 by them, go ahead and type the words sold. Harris Brothers 15 in the Facebook Live comment section.
This will also be a sellout.
This will also be a sellout. Michael's going to need some time to write down all those names accurately, specifically, to make sure that the exact 10 people on his timeline get this specific 8x10. So we'll take time with that. This is where I do a little bit of talk, a little back and forth. Right here, Ron and Don Harris. Many gimmicks, many outfits, the Bruce Brothers, but right here they are the Harris Brothers. They signed this one, and of course this also has the sticker QR right there on the back as well. You'll be able to scan that for your COA. But right now we're going to get to those lucky 10 people that picked up the signed Harris Brothers 8x10.
So here's where we have to hurt some feelings.
Okay, we always got to hurt some feelings.
We had a few people who got in within the top 10, but with the wrong price.
Wrong price.
So what do I do, Jake? Do I honor it when they make a mistake, or do I honor the first people who did it right?
Michael, we have rules in this society. And Michael Elliott took the time to make sure that we had the right graphic up there, right, Michael Elliott? Thank you for that assurance. I appreciate that so much. I feel like when I look at Michael Elliott, our dialogue, it reminds me a lot of the Trading Places bit where Eddie Murphy was like, hey, what's the deal with these dudes? What should I do? And the limo driver just goes, whatever. But anyways, I say we stick by the rules. Whoever got the price correct at 15, you got to get it. Those are the people that get it.
All right, well,
that's how it is.
We're going to follow the rules, and these are the first 10. Matthew Vicente.
Matthew Vicente.
Jeff Morlock.
Jeff Morlock.
Joseph Liddell.
Joseph Liddell, you didn't let me down. You follow the rules. The rules are important because if the rules aren't followed, we can't pull it at the end of the night on the algorithm.
James Henson.
James Henson.
Ray Williams.
Ray Williams, we're going to send this off to an undisclosed Papa John's location, or Ray Lewis may or may not have done something illegal in his younger days and he atoned for it later.
And I'm going to have to skip the next two people were both, they put Harris 10, Harris 10.
Oh,
so I feel bad, but Joellen and Adrian, sorry, buddies.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, Joellen and Adrian, we can't. I'm sorry. It's got to be 15.
Brian Burcon.
Brian Burcon.
Jim Wood.
Jim Wood.
Ryan Adams.
Ryan Adams.
Michael Payne.
Michael Payne.
And Derek Rowe. So
Derek Rowe. Row your boat.
One of those people feels really sorry for people who got the wrong price. That's up to you, but those are the 10.
Those are the 10. I'm sorry. That's how it is. Gotta follow the rules. We're being sticklers on this. So the new algorithm is gonna make it easier for us to invoice, to get you guys the invoices to you faster. So that way Friday we can make sure that they are correct, add upon them on Saturday, and print them and get them out the door. We gotta make sure that they are as correct as possible. Friday morning, you look it over, you decide if you're ready and you're good to go and pay it, or keep it on over till Saturday, because we got a lot of Saturday programming. We want to make that invoice as good as possible by Friday, while customer support is open all day on Friday. Okay? But I got another 10, so follow the rules, guys. Also for 15, so I need you guys to make sure that you put sold, item name, and the price. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you the price is 15. We're not honoring anybody that says it's 10. I only have 10 of them to sell. I'm selling it for $15. So everybody knows that. This next promo, I'm selling it for $15. So I need it sold, the name, 15, only have 10 of them. Make it as clear as possible so we don't have that issue again. Here it is. Dorian Roadkill, $15. Just type the word sold. Dorian Roadkill, 15 in the Facebook Live comment section. Of course, QR code right here in the back. Danny Doring, who is not boring, despite what the crowd was chanting. They were not chanting boring, boring, boring. We're saying Doring, Doring, Doring is what
these are also gone.
They are also gone as well. Taking it out. Right here. Closing it out. Just to let you know, Maureen, I just shook my head. I wasn't for sure what you said, so there's a lot of words.
Swaps and comments can't be honored because the system doesn't pick it up.
Okay.
You would have to do that manually.
Yeah, it's not being picked up.
Yeah.
We don't do that anymore.
Really?
All right.
Hard card item.
All right, we're going to have a discussion about it a little bit later on Michael's deal with the timeline. We will discuss this at a later time. Right now, we got to get the top 10 right now.
All right, James Henson.
James Henson.
Joe Krattinger.
Joe Krattinger.
Derek Rowe.
Derek Rowe.
Joseph Liddell.
Joseph Liddell. You didn't let me down.
Steve Fox.
Steve Fox, a foxy man himself.
Ray Williams.
Ray Williams. We're going to send this off to an undisclosed Papa John's location where Ray Williams ran another couple yards and broke the rushing record at that Papa John's location.
How many of those do you have to like go over?
Michael, I make it up as I'm saying half the time.
Right.
So
Chris Giles.
Dr. Chris Giles, Michael.
Jeff Morlock.
Jeff Morlock, a man, not a Morlock, coming up from the underground.
Carlos Navarro.
Carlos Navarro, Mr. Signed 8x10 himself, finally getting into the fray.
Marcus Smith.
Marcus Smith.
That is 10.
That is 10. That is 10. Well, I know we've disappointed you guys a lot on these last three, but we got a few of these. We definitely got more than 10, but you better get in on it very early, and you better get in on these guys very early, like I did. And I'm going to tell you a whole story, but I got to present it to you, let you know who these guys are. It is Alex Reynolds, John Silver, signed 8x10, Dark Order, $25. Just type in the word sold, Reynolds, Silver, 25 in the Facebook Live comment section. Let's go put it on the close-up camera right here. 3 and 4 right there. John Silver, Alex Reynolds. And with some of you like, where do these guys come from? I've known about these guys for, I'd say, at least 5-6 years, probably longer than that. Back when I used to book PWX here in North Carolina, I actually booked Reynolds and Silver to be on a PWX show. So how about that? I got in on early on these guys, especially them and Tony Nese. I was on board with them very early. Actually, I wrestled John Silver at an Evolve show. I know that happened in this time. That seems very weird. Man Scout on Evolve. But I remember John Silver said, hey, I want to do a spot that I saw Kenny Omega do in DDT. Now he is on TNT with Kenny Omega every single Wednesday now. It blows my mind that we came from that to this. But right now, where we're at in this particular moment in time is selling a signed Reynolds and Silver 8x10 for $25. Just type the word sold, Reynolds, Silver, 25 in the Facebook Live comment section. We have some.
I hope we have enough of these.
We do, Michael. Trust me. We have some of these.
All right. Carlos Navarro.
Carlos Navarro, Mr. 8x10 himself.
Matt Wilson.
Matt Wilson.
Kyle Scott.
Kyle Scott.
Dan Brickwall Sousa.
Dan Brickwall Sousa knocking down that brick wall.
Michael Whale.
Michael Lale.
Jeremy Hinyub.
Jeremy Hinyub.
Matthew Vicente.
Matthew Vicente.
Justin Mai.
Justin Mai.
Chuck Dasher.
Chuck Dasher.
Ryan Lee Stepp.
Ryan Lee Stepp.
Eli Eifert.
Eli Eifert.
Big Bob.
Big Bob.
David Brashear.
David Bashir.
John Naparella.
John Naparella.
Jeff Morlock.
Jeff Morlock, a man, not a Morlock.
Darren Lilly.
Darren Lilly.
Nick Mastretta.
Nick Mastretta.
Sean Knowles.
Sean Knowles.
Sean McGilray.
Sean McGilray.
Robert Hosler.
Robert Hosler.
Steve Fox.
Steve Fox.
Derek Rowe.
Derek Rowe, row your boat.
Adrian Gallup.
Adrian Gallup.
Joseph Gonzalez.
Joseph Gonzalez.
Arthur Ellis.
Arthur Ellis.
Scott Hosler.
Scott Hosler.
That is 26
Yeah, we got that.
people. All
Yeah,
right.
we got that. Michael, I COA'd and top loaded 15 of them and didn't even make a dent in what I have. So I knew it was going to be a popular item. That's why I put this particular one out. So I put out the one that we had the most of. So to give all the good people, because I knew I was going to disappoint you with those first three, but we came through. We have more than enough of Reynolds and Silver, signed 8x10, 3 and 4 for $25. Just type in the word sold. Reynolds, Silver, 25 in the Facebook Live comment section. So, because we got some more hard card items, we might be disappointing people on the way out. If anything, they're not as hard as some of these other items, but right now I give you a plentiful of Reynolds and Silver for $25. Just type the word sold, Reynolds, Silver, 25. All right. Moving on. Still available. And of course, we have Powers of Pain. And of course, we still have a signed turnbuckle pad by the Powers of Pain for $100. Just type the words sold, Powers of Pain turnbuckle pad, $100. Some way, somehow, even a Hasbro one still available, signed by the Warlord and Barbarian, $100. Free shipping if you live in the domestic United States. Don't miss out on that. Only 3 of them remaining. So, but get ready. We have Powers of Pain night, so the best way to honor them is honor them by bringing out a signed 8x10 by their former manager, Mr. Fuji. That's right, Mr. Fuji. Signed picture for $30. We actually procured this from Anthony, the guy who runs our UK store. This is a signed Mr. Fuji picture for $30. Just type the word sold, Fuji 30. Only have 10 of them available here tonight in this particular design right here. Of course, this is the traditional Fuji right here. Mr. Fuji, sign up there in the corner.
This one's gone.
This one's gone. There we go. As it should be. As it should. Because if you don't, Mr. Fuji's going to rib you. He will rib himself to rib you if you don't buy this signed Mr. Fuji 8x10 for $30. Just type the word sold, Fuji 30. And it's gone. Michael's timeline is king. So as I'm doing this as a reminder to catch up, we still have the Powers of Pain turnbuckle pad, $100. Just type the words sold, Powers of Pain turnbuckle pad, $100. Jump on board with this, and you get it. You get the Fuji, you get the Powers of Pain right here. Going to be displayed nicely on your wall right here. But it looks like there's only going to be 10 people. Well, there can only be 10 people that can purchase this one. So Michael's finishing up that 10 right now. And I think everybody's on board. You did it properly. You follow the rules of the society. Who are those 10 people, Michael?
We have Dan Souza.
Dan Souza, old brick wall himself.
Nate Poole.
Nate Poole, no dirty pool for you.
James Henson.
James Henson.
Chris Giles.
Dr. Chris Giles, Michael.
Mike Kovacs.
Mike Kovacs, a fellow Canadian man himself.
Joseph Liddell.
Joseph Liddell, you didn't let me down. I don't know why I said fellow Canadian man on the last one. There was no fellow Canadians anywhere. There's no Canadians in this room. So
Ryan Burcon.
Ryan Burcon. I was just trying to be nice.
Marcus Smith.
Marcus Smith.
William Hudson.
William Hudson.
And last, Daniel Rayleigh.
Daniel Rayleigh railing against the man and picking up the signed Fuji photo right here.
And about 10 more people that are disappointed because they didn't get in the first 10.
I apologize, guys. Well, we've been doing a lot of hard 7s, hard 10s. Well, right now we got a hard 16 on this next one. So there is a decent amount, but hopefully we're not going to, some of those people that were just on the cusp of these last 10, I got a few more for you that we're going to open up to you. So I have 16 on this one, and you know, normally for 16, sometimes we don't have hard cards, especially when you get an item that's $30. So, you know, I don't normally do that, but I think it's going to be a very popular one. It is a signed 8x10 by Rey Mysterio himself. That's right. Just type in the words sold Rey Mysterio 30 in the Facebook Live comment section. This is $30. I only have 16 of them. 16 of them available. This is from one of the 2 signings that we've done with Rey Mysterio. Me and Michael were having an argument about this. This is either the Altoona one or the WrestleCon one is where we collected this one. But definitely one of the signings. It's definitely Ray's signature. Recognized it immediately, right away. And of course, you got the IC belt and this 8x10 right here. So you can pick up the signed Rey Mysterio for $30. Just type in the words sold. Rey Mysterio IC 30 in the Facebook Live comment section. Me and Michael were arguing, was this the time that we saw him in Altoona? And that's right, he was in Altoona, Pennsylvania. I think he got paid a very generous amount of money just to run in and do a 619. He can do that. He got it like that, and he did that. That was also the same night I believe that I wrestled Gilbert. That's right. That match exists in this world. The Man Scout Jake Manning job to Gilbert. And I ran up and down the steps of the Altoona, Pennsylvania Masonic Temple, and that is a very high steps to run up and down. And then I got in the ring and I got jackhammered from the wrong side, which Gilbert said he does that. He does everything from the wrong side because he's the opposite of Goldberg. And I'm like, well, never been suplexed on the wrong side by a vet, but let's just do that anyways. Yeah, that's right. I wrestled Gilbert that night, but we also thought that this could be the time that from WrestleCon when we got all of the prints signed, the Schamberger prints and the mask. We've done a handful of signings with Rey Mysterio, and we just so happened to just find an envelope with these signed 8x10s in the back, and they're like, why don't you put it on the show? And I will gladly put on a signed 8x10 Rey Mysterio for $30, which seemed to be sold out.
They're sold out, and unfortunately, we're going to disappoint a few people that didn't get it there, but
who are
these 16 did.
Who are these people that we can make happy, Michael?
Marcus Smith.
Marcus Smith.
Chris Giles.
Dr. Chris Giles, Michael.
Steve Fox.
Steve Fox.
Jeff Morlock.
Jeff Morlock, a man, not a Morlock.
John Fox.
John Fox, also a Fox, a man. Steve and John Fox, no relation.
Junior Martin.
Junior Martin.
Raymond Pappas.
Raymond Pappas.
William Hudson.
William Hudson.
Vince McCormick.
Vince McCormick.
Brandon Peglow.
Brandon Peglow.
Austin Pierce.
Austin Pierce.
Keaton Schaefer.
Keaton Schaefer.
Dan Rayleigh.
Dan Rayleigh.
Diego Brito.
Diego Brito.
Michael Stevens.
Michael Stevens.
And the last one that got it in was Chuck Dasher.
Chuck Dasher, a dashing man, dashing through the snow to get that 16th spot for the signed Rey Mysterio in the Facebook Live comment section. All right, I have one remaining promo. Then we're going to do the end of show DVD early because we didn't put it at the end of the show. We're going to put it before the auction block. So the DVD special of the show will be coming up just after this last promo, and this is a doozy right here. As I said, we just got the dust to settle from Texas, and we're pulling this out of the box from Texas. I have for you now a signed pro photo file, also for $30. Gold Dust. That's right, I got a signed Gold Dust. I only have 19 of them available, a healthy amount. So for those of you who are just on the cusp of the Rey Mysterio, I got a few more for you, but I feel like this is going to be a very popular item as well. Also for $30, go ahead and type the words sold Gold Dust Pro Photo File 30 in the Facebook Live comment section. It's got the WWE hologram right there in the corner. It is a pro photo file. There's the Gold Dust signature right there by Dustin himself, and it is Highspots. QR code right there on the back. Let me go ahead and pop that signature right there. Boom. Boom. Bam. It's Dustin holding it up right there. Pro photo file, Dustin Rhodes. A picture that you can purchase and place proudly in your neighborhood grill, wherever you decide to go, wherever you decide to place. I'd love to see this hanging up in a neighborhood grill somewhere, or any location that would display a wonderful signed pro photo file for $30, signed by Dustin himself. And I gotta say, guys, Dustin, probably low-key one of the funniest guys in pro wrestling. You wouldn't think that, but if you spend any time around Dustin Rhodes, he's probably the funniest guy like you'll ever be around. Just nonstop, just classic lines, still quotable. With me and Josh in the office, we'll just quote a line we heard from that entire signing, and it was great to get him to sign this wonderful pro photo file, Gold Dust.
I wasn't even going to write these names. I said, no way we'll sell this out.
I knew we would, Michael.
Well, you were right.
That's right.
You were right.
That's right.
I do want to say what a pleasure it was working with
Dustin. Cool.
Great guy. Hope we get to work with him again.
Would love to.
All right. So the 19 lucky winners. Matt Wilson.
Matt Wilson. Sorry, Josh was trying to get my attention. See, you know the thing is, everybody's trying to get my attention. I'm a popular guy in this office. So.
John Fox.
John Fox.
Robert Hosler.
Robert Hosler.
Aaron Annunziata.
Aaron Annunziata.
Steve Hamid.
Steve Hamid.
Jeff Morlock.
Jeff Morlock.
Joseph Liddell.
Joseph Liddell, you didn't let me down.
Chris Giles.
Chris Giles.
Ray Williams.
Ray Williams.
Ray Williams? You got to come up with something. Come on, close us off. Come on.
You brought. Now here's the thing is.
I know what the thing is. I feel it.
No. Here's the problem. I have people walking in here that are not ready to be here yet because I still have 3 more items to go, and I'm getting nervous about that. And I'm in my own head. So let me go ahead. Ray Williams.
Coming to
an undisclosed Papa John's location where Cal Ripken Sr. dropped off his kid Junior and said, "Hey, if you don't work hard every day, this is where you end up working." No, I'm just kidding. So regardless, that's became a baseball player right there. So, anyways, the other Ripken's probably working in that same Papa John's location. He wasn't as good as Cal.
Mike Kovacs.
Mike Kovacs.
James Henson.
James Henson.
Marcus Smith.
Marcus Smith.
Steve Fox.
Steve Fox.
Sean McGilwray.
Sean McGilwray.
Brian Burcon.
Brian Burcon.
Justin Sheely.
Justin Sheely.
Joe Krattinger.
Joe Krattinger.
Carlos Navarro.
Carlos Navarro.
And William Hudson.
And William Hudson. All right.
There are a lot of disappointed people. Maybe we could bring back...
We got some other Dustins. We've got some other Dustins. We got some really great Dustin stuff that we're going to start working. When we have these private signings, it brings products for me. And know what I can do? I can bring them out slowly at a time. Because guess what? This is appointment viewing. This is appointment shopping, ladies and gentlemen. It's just not all on highspotsauctions.com. This is where the cool items are. And also, too, some of the best deals, most specifically our DVD special, which is $10, Powers of Pain, shoot interview. Go ahead and type the word sold, Powers of Pain, shoot, $10. This is the DVD special. We don't put it at the end. We put it right here in the middle because the algorithm is going to be pulled early. So if you want the DVD special, Powers of Pain Shooter You for $10, make sure you put sold Powers of Pain DVD in the Facebook Live comment section. All right, I have 3 special auction items before we bring the Powers of Pain out here. That's why I was distracted, because I've still got some items here to sell and some very special items, some very special auction items that you guys saw on the preview, and I want to make sure that I get to them. And I want to get to them as quickly as possible. What I have for you guys right now is 11 by 17 piece. You guys saw it as a hard card item when the Good Brothers are here, but we had variations on to that, and that is I have a signed 11 by 17 piece, signed by the Good Brothers and the Young Bucks. It's the same Bullet Club one that was available, but this one is signed. This is an auction piece right here. Bids will start at $5 and work their way up. I have 3 very special auction pieces, and I need you guys to move through these as quickly as possible right here so we can get the Powers of Pain out here and we can get to the very special ring-worn gear. But right now I have 3 auction items that I'm bringing it to you right now, and this is the first one, this 11 by 17 piece signed by the Good Brothers and the Young Bucks. Bullet Club 11 by 17 piece right here tonight. Bids will start $5, work their way up. We only had 2 of them signed by the Young Bucks. We're auctioning 1 off here tonight. Signed by Carl, Luke, Nick, and Matt. Probably the 4 hottest signatures you can get in the entire wrestling world right now, and the bids are coming in fast and furious right now. I can only imagine.
Do you want me to read the names of the DVD while we're waiting on that, or are we going to just...
Yeah, we're giving me the names of the DVD.
All right, we have James Henson.
James Henson.
John D.
John D.
Brian Burcon.
Ryan Burcon.
Marcus Smith.
Marcus Smith.
Richard Howell.
Richard Howell.
Andy Duda.
Andy Duda.
And we are currently at, and this is a good strategy, Matt Sophie put us all the way up to $120. I think he said, I'm not going to wait for this to go in $5 increments. He gave a strong bid, $120. So
Great.
I think 120 is where we're at right now.
120, and that's a good call. It's a good way to do it. 120 is where we're holding out right now. And as a reminder, with these auctions, you're going to be invoiced for them as soon as you win, and we expect you to pay those immediately, especially when we get to the gear a little bit later on, especially like all auction wins with the talent. We need you to pay that invoice as quickly as possible, as soon as you get it, as soon as it shows up in your email account. And what I need you to do is, if it's going back and forth with one or two of you, I need you to declare that you're in. The way that you do that is you beat the top bid. Right now, somebody's got to do better than 120. But if somebody's been going back and forth with Matt Sophie and you're out, well, then guess what? Just type the words out. No harm, no foul. It gets us through these auctions. We have a lot of auctions here tonight. We got to this auction block in record time here tonight. But like I said, I still have 2 more auction items that I want to do after this particular auction item before I bring Warlord and Barbarian back out here. So the faster we get through this, the faster we get Powers of Pain back out here. So, is Matt Sophie still?
I think you might have scared some people. Put this on 30 seconds.
30 seconds right here. As I said, signed by Nick and Matt Jackson, Carl Anderson, and Luke Gallows, the big LG himself, here at 120. The signed 11 by 17. Right here, available. We're going for $120. Matt Sophie scared everybody off right out of the gate. Can I go ahead and give the 10-second basketball count? Right here. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll wait for it to be clear. We'll check on the lag. Let the dust settle. Matt Sophie, you're going to be invoiced and sent to your email right away. So go ahead and pay for the invoice immediately so you can get this procured for you.
Clear.
Clear. Right there. Congratulations, Matt Sophie. $120. All right, that was 11 by 17. I got a signed 8 by 10, and I know the good doctor himself, Dr. Chris Giles, was asking about it, asked if it was a sale item, and I said, no, unfortunately, we had a very limited amount, and we've only got it for auction items, and that is a signed Roman Reigns 8 by 10. And go ahead and have the bids start at 5, work their way up. Of course, this is from the Wizard World. Right here, they got their sticker, which matches the certificate of authenticity on the back. But signed, pro photo file, Roman Reigns, the big dog. What's his moniker now, Tommy Thomas, if he's in here?
Head of the table.
Head of the table. Head of the table. Big dog himself. You know, with me being a ball layman guy, I'll go.
Chief.
The what?
The tribal chief.
Tribal chief. So, go ahead. Got signed Roman Reigns, pro photo file, the certificate of authenticity, auction item. Work their way up. As a reminder, guys, if somebody's going back and forth, let us know if you're in or you're out. The way to let you know that you're in is go ahead and go higher than the top bid. But if you're out, let us know that you're out. The faster we get through this, the faster we get Powers of Pain out here, the faster we can auction off some ring-worn gear. So we got this, and then one more auction item that everybody's been waiting on, that everybody's been talking about in the previews. The auction block is very heavy today. That's why I rushed to get it, get through it as fast as possible. We're in it right now before the 8:30 time frame, and we're getting through it as fast as possible. But where are we at on the bid?
High bid is from your boy, Dr. Chris Giles, $75. If you want to put this on a 30-second clock.
30-second clock. Dr. Chris Giles jumped out. You guys are getting smart with these auctions. You're not messing around. You're not playing around. You're jumping out to a lead. The good doctor himself opened up that doctor money right there. Hopefully you're not going to be late on that Ferrari payment, doctor, and you'll be able to take care of your car payment by picking up this signed Roman Reigns for $75. And we put on a 10-second clock right there.
I think so.
10-second clock right now in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the dust settle. You guys are doing a fantastic job with these auctions. You're not messing around. You're not just coming in at 5 and 20. No. You're getting to the point. You're cutting right to it and get ready for it. And we want that type of speed right there. On the upcoming, we'll get that ring-worn gear a little bit later on when Powers of Pain come out here. But it looks like we're clear with Dr. Chris Giles. $75. Roman Reigns.
We're clear.
We are clear. All right. One more auction item I want to get through here. Can't believe we have any of these left, but we do. It is the signed Four Horsemen pad. That's right. When we had the Four Horsemen special, that's right, we still have signed Four Horsemen pads. I know, it's amazing. Found them. Right here, certificate of authenticity, signed by JJ, Tully, Arn, Rick, Barry, and Lex. Signed Four Horsemen turnbuckle pad, certificate of authenticity. Can't believe we got them available. We're doing the auction right now. So you guys are doing fantastic of jumping out. You guys know what it cost.
The last ones went for like $450. The last one we did an auction on.
You did an auction for?
We did one auction, went for $450.
$450. Right now. So it jumped out right. I think we were selling them just for $350. So, you know, here's your opportunity right now to pick it up right now here in an auction. Very limited amount remaining. Signed 4 Horsemen pads. We're kind of clearing out. We're clearing out the office. We're cleaning it up because we're moving some stuff around and we're finding all types of stuff. And we just found signed 4 Horsemen turnbuckle pad. So where the bids will start coming in right now. We'll come with certificate of authenticity coming in right now for the signed 4 Horsemen turnbuckle pad. Everybody thought we were sold out. We still have some remaining, and I'm auctioning one off here tonight for all of you. You have an opportunity to own the signed 4. Something you guys aren't going to see again. You are not going to see this again.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure you're not going to see this again, because who else is making turnbuckle pads, and who else is getting them signed? And I tell you what, we're not doing it because I'm an awful comedian. That's why. That's pretty much why we're not getting these again, because I'm an awful comedian. I would say, you know, shitty comedian, but I'm not allowed to say that on Facebook. I would never say that at all. But so you're not going to see this again. If you got them, great. You did a fantastic job and you procured it. But these are going to be the
not
last.
going to see this on Saturday?
Well, yeah, that's true. That is true. Maybe I didn't tell you how many I have or how many I don't have. But where are the bids at right now for this one?
Right now, Vince McCormick, $300.
$300, Vince McCormick. Guys, this sold outright $350. $300 is a steal. $300 is a steal.
Maybe we won't see another one on Saturday.
Maybe we won't. This is very disappointing. This is very disappointing that we're only going to do this for $300. This is why you pay attention every single week. Vince McCormick is going to run away with this. Any other bidders back and forth? Nobody at all? Oof.
Vince is getting a steal.
Vince is getting a steal. I'm going to go ahead and put it on 30-second clock. He's going to walk away with this $50 under market value. Signed 4 Horsemen turnbuckle pad. Something I've seen again. This is going to be it. You know what? I was going to be real honest as well. We'll talk about it before we get there. Give somebody an opportunity to maybe come in and get this at the proper market value. When I came in tonight, I had 2 of each of these 3 things, and that would leave 1 remaining for 1 of 1. And I'm definitely going to put these out for 1 of 1 because there's only 1 left after tonight. So you're going to get everybody that missed out on opportunity on the Roman Reigns and the Bullet Club. And I was going to put this out, but for $300, I think we're going to hold on to the last one for a while. But because I mean, Vince McCormick, you're gonna be the one person that has this for $300 for a while. We're gonna put this back in the controlled, climate-controlled storage unit of Highspots.com because I'm already getting the 10-second basketball count.
Well, hold on a second.
Well, what?
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
So after we had 300 and installed, Eric Farrell got things moving again. He went up to 310. And Vince McCormick, knowing this is a deal, got us up to 325.
Okay.
And Derek Rowe, out of nowhere, jumps in, 330.
$330, still $20 under market value.
And a guy that does this for a living realizes this is severely underpriced. Ken Polvidente jumps in, 340, because he knows he could flip it for $750, $800 on his.
Yeah, easy.
Vince McCormick says, nope, I'm going home with this, 350. So Vince McCormick, 350.
350. Finally, we're at market value on this turnbuckle pad. That's the thing. Somebody, probably some of you are like, you know what? This Thursday night, I saw the preview. Nothing really interests me. Or like, I'm kind of tapped out from the Funk week. I'm going to take a little break on these virtual gimmick tables. Well, you taking a break, you're going to miss out on an opportunity. Getting one of the last 4 Horsemen turnbuckle pads. Like I said, my big plan was to sell these 2 of 2s, so we have 1 of 1s available for 1 of 1 this Saturday. But as it sits right now, I don't know if I'm going to bring this out for this Saturday, guys.
No, because we hold on to it maybe 5 years from now. It might
5
be
years from now. Because like I said, not getting these again, because I'm an awful comedian.
Don't go any further, Jake. All right, so Vince McCormick is fending off all the challengers. It's up to 365.
Okay, finally a little bit. You still steal Vince McCormick because we're going to probably sell this the last one. It's gonna be a while before we do. And right now, 365 is a very good call. You're not going to see the last one in the office go out the door. I thought, I'm going to go ahead and say it. We'll go ahead and lock up the other one. It's not going to be on 1 of 1 now. So we're going to lock up the last remaining Four Horsemen turnbuckle pad. It's not going to be on 101, but you're definitely going to have the Roman Reigns because we only got one of these left, and we only got one of these left. That's going to be on 101 this Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Corky's doing a lot of one-ofs because sometimes we just have two of something, and they're showing up there. And, you know, we're going to hang on to the last one, but this and that one is not going to go for the price that this is at right now. The starting bid will probably be $350 on that when we bring it back out again.
Well, Ken Polvidente, again, realizing a great deal when he sees it, $370.
$370. We're knocking around here, guys. Just go to 4. Go to 4. You know you're going to flip this for 5. You could easily flip this for 5. Because all the other ones are out in the world. They're all in everybody's man caves. They're hanging up in their collections. They're done. They're over. They're settled. They're not. If you're going to see one of these, they would have already been sold by now. So everybody that was going to sell them, they've already sold them. So guys, especially you, Ken, why are you messing around at $375? This is a $400 item. You're going to flip it for 5. You'll make $100 on this, or you can hang on to it like we're going to hang on to the last one. So I thought we were going to get some more action on this. I thought people were excited about it. Apparently, don't care. Apparently, I scared off all the Ric Flair fans. Sorry, Michael. Regardless,
Thought we agreed we wouldn't mention the name.
I mentioned the name.
You're not allowed to mention the name.
Well, I got to mention that he signed it. I mentioned he signed it.
Just point. Just point.
The
That guy.
RF 16. That guy right here. He signed it. He
Stop
signed.
smiling, Jay. Stop smiling.
Once again, right here. It's right here. This name right here.
All right, Andy Duda jumps in at $400.
That's more like it. That's more like it. $400. Signed Four Horsemen turnbuckle pad. Right here. Signed by Barry. Signed by Lex. Signed by Arn. Signed by JJ and Tully.
All right, Vince McCormick is out. We're just waiting on Ken Polvidente to say he's out.
Ken Polvidente put all those nickels together. I know Ken Polvidente. He's the guy that collects. He's a spare change guy. You tell me he's got some Cool Whip containers with spare change in his bathroom. You can't tell me otherwise. You better count all that spare change you got in your bathroom next to your shaving accessories and see if you have enough to kick in for higher than $400. Or you just let me know that they're out so I can get the powers of pain out here. They've been waiting in the wings very patiently. Okay. So I want to get them out here as quick as possible so they can auction off their ring-worn gear here tonight. But right now, I got to settle up on this auction.
Ken is in at $405, so we're waiting on now Andy Duda.
Andy Duda, you in or you out? As soon as you let us know that, the sooner we can settle up this, the sooner I get the powers of pain out of here, the sooner I can auction off their ring-worn gear here tonight on the Highspots.
All right, Andy's at $425. Hopefully this is a good thing to come with the gear that we have coming up. We have these active bidders.
We got these active bidders. We got something over 420, so we do have some reserves, some starting bids on these particular pieces. So make sure you bring your wallet, and you guys bring your wallet right here, right now tonight with this Four Horsemen turnbuckle pad. Right now. So Andy Duda, we got to let us know if he's in or he's out. Ken Polvidente.
Ken is at $440.
440 is where we're at right now. Andy Duda, let us know if you're in or you're out. We don't want you to miss out on this piece of history, which could be history here in the Highspots office. So, because I've never made anybody laugh before in their entire life.
Right. Andy is at $450.
450. There we go. Now we're at the point where we auction one off. So now we're still kind of in the range of where market value is, anywhere from $350 to $450.
And Ken is out. Put this on a 10-second clock for Andy Duda.
Andy Duda, 10-second clock in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the dust settle. Let the lag catch up. And while we do that, to remind, we still have, since you missed out on that turnbuckle pad, we still have Powers of Pain turnbuckle pads available for $100. And you just got to type the words sold, Powers of Pain turnbuckle pad, $100. You get free shipping if you live in the domestic United States right away. So,
all right, Andy Duda is cleared at $450.
Andy Duda, I'm going to put this back in a nice vinyl bag. And the vinyl bag that contains the other one will be locked up in the climate-controlled Highspots storage unit. But right now, here on the live hot set, let's go ahead, bring out the Powers of Pain. Warlord leading the way. He's waving in Barb right here for the big hot tag. How are you guys doing?
Doing great, man.
Doing great.
Doing
I'm getting
great.
back here in the middle right here. I'll be your Mr. Fuji in this situation, but no ribs will be pulled on anybody. I'm not a ribber, so don't rib me. But We are gonna. You guys brought some wonderful auction items as we previewed here at the beginning. Let's just go ahead and start to my left, right here, with the ring worn trunks right here. We'll start with this one. So this is the WWF ones.
WWF one.
Now we've got a starting bid, I believe, of 200. 200 is where we're going to start, and you guys all got starting bids on all these items. And what we're going to do is I'm going to present this item. I'll put it on the close-up camera. We're going to talk for like a few minutes, just talk about some wrestling career, where these might have been seen. Talk about the item. Talk a little bit more. Check in the bids and see if somebody has met that minimum. Right. If they haven't met that minimum, then we'll just move on to the next one. Maybe they're interested in some of Barb's stuff. Maybe they're interested in some of the other the older trunks. Yep. But these are the WWF ones presented here by Warlord himself. As you said, it's got the nice string in there. So when you wrestled Tito Santana and a multitude of other guys, was this the metal suit era Warlord? What era?
Yes, it was a metal suit era at that time.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
What would you call it? I called it the metal suit era.
I don't really know, man. I guess a futuristic suit.
The futuristic
suit. Sounds good.
Yeah, that is. So when the people at WWE, they're like, here, we want you to wear the staff that's got the big W on it. Mm-hmm. Well, what were you thinking when you saw this?
I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah?
Yeah. They gave me the drawing ahead of time, said, what do you think about this? I thought, this is a pretty cool thing, man. I like it. No one's ever done something like this, so let's give it a shot.
Now, did you have to carry that whole suit around at
the
airports?
Every single day, man, yeah.
Were there any times like, man, this was really cool to look at, but not carry in my bag every day?
It was a pain in the ass.
Oh, there you go. It was much easier. You just had to carry face paint around.
What happened if someone stole it?
Oh, okay. Somebody stole that.
Well, they tried.
They tried.
Yeah.
I'm sure people tried.
Yeah.
Tried you many a times. But well, what about you, Barb? Did you have any cumbersome ring gear that you had to carry around? I think you remember had the big horn.
He had the antlers.
Yeah, the antlers. Is that what your responsibility to carry from town to town?
Yes. I used to carry that around too.
Really?
Yeah.
What type of bag do you put that in?
Big bag. Yeah, special bag.
Special bag.
To fit the antlers, and the cape, and the boot. Yeah. So and hopefully we make it to the next town.
Exactly. Yeah. Check that. Somebody in the airport is going to throw that back around. You got one antler. You can't be the one antler barbarian.
Yeah.
That's not how this works.
That's right.
But let's see how these bids are working right now. Did we at least meet the minimum of 200 on these particular tights right here?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, we'll give it a little bit of time. We'll give it a few more minutes. But like I said, you wore these. What were some other matches that these people saw?
Let me see. I wore them. First of all, I started with Tito Santana, Jimmy Superfly Snuka. When I first started, British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith, and then I changed over my new tights after that. But I wore these against a lot of guys.
And gosh, I gotta say this because you brought up the name. Like you and Davey Boy Smith.
Yeah.
Amazing chemistry.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, some people were like, British Bulldog, they'd be like, oh, it's just two lumbering muscle guys. Yeah. Not the case. Those matches are incredible, and I'll put those up against anything I see on TV today. Talk about wrestling Davey Boy.
Oh, Davey Boy's incredible. I remember he started when he was 16 years old. And, I mean, Davey Boy could do anything. I mean, you go out there and just, we just went together really, really well. And, like I said, we just had some incredible matches, and I loved it, man. I loved it.
And I think you wrestled him in a very interesting transition in his period. He was going from a tag guy to a singles guy. Also, too, he bulked up a lot.
Oh, yeah.
From just
he came back from England, and he was huge.
He was jacked.
Yes.
But the thing is, he was still just as mobile as he was when he was lighter.
Yep.
And I think that was the thing that complemented you guys so well as a babyface of that same size.
Yes.
They could collide with you.
Yes.
But then at the same time, you still do the rolls out of the arm ringer and everything like that.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, and and your strength. You weren't skipping any meals then either.
No.
But, the way that he would come out of the air and you would catch him, it's just unbelievable, chemistry. But when you guys worked together, what was it like? Mostly he had ideas, you ideas, or was it a collaborative effort?
Kind of a collaborative effort.
Yeah.
It's just like I say, we just kind of went together, and it worked out great for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what about you, Barb? Was there anybody that you ever wrestled? Like, man, I really like wrestling this guy, and there's a chemistry there. I wish I could wrestle this guy every night.
Like Bret Hart.
Oh, yeah.
Bret,
I did wrestle him a couple of times in single, and I loved that chemistry, and I was hoping, it's continued a little longer, But he moved into another guy, the next guy. But It's a team. You know, we love Heart Foundation. We love them. We wish we can, have more, little long program with them. You know?
For sure.
Yeah, you're right, Brett. Brett was incredible. I got to work for him the Intercontinental Belt for a long time, and wow, Brett was just. I always said, man, if you couldn't work with Brett, you didn't deserve to be in the business. Because he was incredible.
He was unbelievable.
What do you think were like the strengths of Brett? Like people talk about his fluidity, people talk about his psychology. What to you was the thing that struck you? Like this is what makes Brett head and shoulders above everybody else.
His psychology. He knew the business in and out. He was so smart at it. He knew how to work with any kind, whether you're big, small, you're agile, you're lumbersome, whatever. Brett could work with you. He was just that good. He was that good.
So, well, we'll see if these bids are good right now. I'm stuck between you, so if they're not, okay, so you at least made the minimum.
Yeah, right now, Michael Bendetti, 360, and then we have Grafton Gardner,
Okay.
375.
375 is where we're at right now. And who is the person that got beat up for 360?
Michael Bendetti.
Michael Bendetti. And as a reminder, Michael, that you got to let us know if you're in or you're out. The way that you do it, you got to do better than the highest bid, which is at 375, if I'm not mistaken. But if you're out, let us know that you're out. And then once you do that, we then put on a 6-second clock, then a 30-second clock, and then we can move on to the next auction item. And I want to get to Barb's as fast as possible because, like I said, I know how physical he can be. Like I'm still waiting for you to grab my trapezius muscle right there and then cripple me down. He gets me in that one little spot, that nerve that He thinks he's playing with me, and I'm having fun. I'm not. I'm miserable. But these bids are not miserable right now. They seem to be
we had so much fun.
so still the same. He hasn't declared. No one's in or out yet, so we're going to give that a little bit longer. We'll go ahead and I'm going to put it on the 6-second clock. We'll put it on the hard camera right now, and then we'll maybe kind of shake it out right there to see if we get an in or out, or we can bump it up a little bit higher.
See, even look at this. You see, it's got the original string. You're talking, that's about a 30-year-old string right there.
Original.
Let me see. Are these the old K&H ones, or
They might be the old K&H.
Okay, I was gonna say like a lot of these guys bring in those K&H ones.
K&H was the outfit back then. That's the ones that did all the wrestlwear back then.
And it holds up over time.
Yes, they do.
And as much as you guys were wrestling from town to town to town, like what was like one of your longest loops?
Oh God!
Like did you guys do?
I could tell you a 1-week tour. This was a 1-week tour one
Give
time.
it to me. I love
I
this.
lived in Minneapolis at the time.
Great.
I had to fly from Minneapolis to Washington D.C. I had to do a show in the Cap Center that afternoon. Right straight from there, I had to go back to the airport to fly to Boston, do a show in Boston Garden at night. After that, we had to fly out the next morning early out to Denver, Colorado. We did a show in Denver that afternoon, and we'd do a show in Colorado Springs that night, and then drive back to Denver. You remember, Barb, we did this tour.
Yeah.
From there, we had to fly to Seattle to do a show in Tacoma Dome. Right after we got done there, we had to fly down to Phoenix the next day to do a TV. The next day, we had to go to Tucson, Arizona, to do a TV there. Back to Phoenix to fly to Dallas the next morning. Did a show there, and then after that, flew up to Madison Square Garden, did a show there. So it was, we people don't realize how much we traveled, and it was rough, but I wouldn't change it for the world. I loved it. I loved my brothers there and that stuff, and that was the best time of my life, the best.
Amen.
Yeah, best time of my life.
Let's see where out of the bids if they're the
Michael
best.
Bendetti is up to 400 right now.
Okay.
We need to know if Grafton Gardner is in or out.
Grafton Gardner, we need to know if you're in or you're out. Also, too, guys, to be bidding on these auctions, you have to have a highspotsauctions.com account to be a part of this, so we can invoice you correctly and quickly. So that way, once you've won this item, we will invoice you, and we expect you to pay that invoice immediately as soon as you get it. So that way, as soon as we end the stream, we can then put this in front of the Warlord and sign it. The gear, I'm sure you have no problem signing on there for that price.
Nope.
For sure, and however you want it, Warlord, ring worn is usually what they want.
Ring
So,
worn.
really, just so they know. So, but right now we're trying to figure out in or out right now on Gardner right now. The sooner we can do that. We got it on a 6-second clock right now, and we'll let it tick down. But I always.
Grafton is up to 410.
410 right now. So now we're waiting for Michael to come back. If he's in or he's out, it's a little too rich for your blood.
Come on, Michael.
Yeah, and also too, guys, like, why are you moving $10 at a time? We're up to this high. You go in $50 increments and blow somebody out of the water. You saw what happened with the auctions earlier, how fast those moved. If you want it, go get it. Go grab it, get it. And as I said, you'll be invoiced for them. It'll show up in your email account. Pay that invoice, and we'll get it signed so they can get out of here as fast as possible. Because you guys have done a fantastic job of getting everything signed very quick. quickly. I don't think there's anything back there where we could have you signed. You signed your life away completely.
Yeah, we signed our life
Michael
away. Yes, we
Bandetti's
did.
up to 450.
There you go, 450.
Very
That's
good.
a little bit better. So Gardner, let us know in or you're out. The faster you can settle up on this, the faster we can move on to some of Barb's items over here. But we were just talking about these loops, and here's the question I have.
Grafton's out.
Grafton is out. Okay, let's go ahead and put it on 10-second clock right now, and we'll come back to my question here in a little bit. 10-second clock. Check the stream for the lag. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 450.
Michael Bandetti.
Michael Bandetti, watch the stream. Make sure that we're clear. Michael Elliott, you give me a thumbs up on that for your phone. I'm watching my hand move. We're good. We're great. You'll be getting an invoice in your email account. We need you to pay that so we can release that gear to you, sir, and have it signed how you want.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Michael. All
Thank
right,
you.
congratulations. Now let's get to some of Barb's gear because you brought so much of it because you live in town.
So much.
Do you want to start with this one? Okay. Oh, this one I'm excited about. When I saw this right here, I'm
You
gonna
remember this stuff.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
I remember all that, Barb.
Faces of Fear right here. Let me see, excuse me, sir. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the close-up camera so people can see the logo.
That's cool.
For sure, auctioning off Faces of Fear gear. Obviously, what you wore when you're tagging Haku during WCW.
Ming, yeah.
Ming, yeah. How was it like? People always talk about him being the toughest.
Yeah, him, not me.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
what was it like teaming with him?
It feel, I had to catch up with him.
He just went at such a high
I just
level.
want to catch up with him. Try to. What do I have to say?
He wrestled at a high level.
Yeah,
That's what
high
it is. It's a
level.
high level.
Yeah.
High level of intensity.
Yes, high level intensity.
Not as tough as he is, but high level.
And let me also say hi. The starting bid on this one has to be $300 on this one. So it's got to be $300 on this particular. I forgot to say that. I got just so excited to talk about May because I'm afraid he's going to show up and bust in the door if I don't invoke his name as fast as possible. But the starting bid with this would be $300. We're going to keep talking about some more Ming stories here in a little bit, but $300 is the tops on this because it's not just trunks. It's long tights worn on WCW. $300 is the minimum bid on this. If we don't meet it, we'll move on. We'll bounce back over to the other Warlord gear, and then we'll go finish out with the rest of it right here. But that's where we're at. It's 300 is where we got to start on this one. But Ming, everybody's got Ming stories.
Everybody.
What stories do you have on Ming just being the biggest
Ming,
bad?
Ming?
Yeah, Ming being Ming. Is that how we put it?
Bing, bing, bing.
Yeah.
I got one in Baltimore, Maryland, and this is a well-known one where we used to go to this. It's called the Safari Club across the street from the Holiday Inn we used to stay.
Right.
And went there one night. Tonga Kid was with me. Haku was there. A bunch of the guys were there, and I can't remember if Barb was there or not. I don't remember or not.
I think I was in a room.
Yeah, you were in the room, I think.
Yeah.
And so we all went over, blow a little steam off him. The place was jam-packed. And we were just making our rounds, and I see Haku, and I asked him, how you doing? So, brother, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I go around. As I'm going around, I kind of look back, and I see him looking straight through the crowd at this one guy. And I'm going, okay. All he just starts going through the crowd like nothing's in front of him. It's like it's splitting for him going down there. He grabbed the guy and bit the guy's nose off. He literally, I'm telling you, yes. You remember that night, Barb?
Yeah.
Yeah. He bit the guy. I come up and said, oh my God, we just got him out of there. And just got him back to the hotel real quick at the Holiday Inn. Tried bringing him up to the room. Well, came back down about 2 minutes. Here he comes down. Now you got all these police cars coming, pulling up.
That tends to happen when you bite somebody's nose off.
Yeah.
Just if you guys didn't know,
They
that's
knew
what
he was
happens.
staying. Well, he was down. He went down to the bar down there. And when they come to, I just kind of went up and said, hey, guys, give it a few. Say he ain't going nowhere. Let him cool off a second because Haku he'll go. He'll go. He don't care, And it was kind of like the Blues Brothers are going up the elevator, a little elevator music going on. That's kind of like what it was for him. And then they went up. They just tapped him on the shoulder. He turned around and they took him away. So, but yeah, it was.
What was the reason why
You saw what happened?
I don't know. I don't know. And I didn't want to ask.
Well, I will say this: when those hotel bars they close their kitchen early, like you just get so hungry, and it makes you want to bite somebody's nose off sometimes. That's why you got to keep those hotel bars open late, open till like 2 a.m. Just drop some chicken wings in. That's all we
And
need.
I'll tell you what, Haku is the nicest guy in his He'll give you the shirt off his back in a second.
Yeah.
He's one of those individuals that just, I mean, you got to remember with Haku, he sumoed in Japan, so he knew the center of balance. He knew balance.
Great balance.
He could punch like this so fast, and he had these big legs. He could sit from me to Barb. He could put one right in your face like that, and he was quick as a gazelle. For a big guy like that, he was as fast as a gazelle. I mean, the guy was it was amazing, and he had tenacity.
So I was lucky to be a tag team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And there,
so
right
I felt
there,
safe.
right there. That's the second one, right behind me.
Oh,
That's
really?
the second.
The
Oh
second
yeah,
one right here? Okay.
Yeah, Barb. That's the second one, right behind me.
What about any stories about Barbie and Barb?
You know what? Him and me got ghosts in our closet. We're keeping it.
Okay,
that way.
we can keep those.
We got ghosts.
Okay, we'll
Let's
tell
just keep
the-
those ghosts locked away, man.
Well, let's see if you got a ghost you can let out with Mings. You got any Ming stories right here?
not much, because when excuse me, when he's around me, you know, he was good.
Yeah.
You know, and I talk to him, he listen. You know, and so as long we together, so he don't get in trouble. So far, you know, he was good with me. I don't know if he respect me or you
You're a
know,
brother.
Yeah,
You're a brother,
because
bro.
we grew
You're
up
Tongan.
together.
You guys are brothers.
We are Tongan. We
Yeah.
grew up together, and
Yeah.
we love each other. So,
Yeah,
so when he was with me, so he's safe. You know, from trouble. So
Let's see if we got any trouble with these bids right now. Is anybody?
Right now, it's going to be Ken Paul Vidente at 410, and Grafton was right before that at 400.
Okay, who Grafton?
Grafton was 400. Ken Paul Vidente is the current winner
Okay.
at 410.
410 is where Ken is sitting at right. Grafton, let us know if you're in or you're out. And the sooner we do that, we can put it on a 30-second clock. We'll go ahead and put it on a 60-second clock right now. Shake him out and see, get it right here. We'll put it on a 60-second clock. We're going to put it on the hard cam right here. We'll get it to a 30-second clock, then the 10-second basketball count. But we really need you to declare in or out so we can move through these fastly, quickly, accurately, and get these rolling. Like I said, Barb opened up his entire closet. Right? So he lives up the street. Actually, you may not know this, Barb, but I moved here in 2005, and I started working out at the Harris YMCA, and I would always work out in the morning before I come into work. And I'll never forget me. And I grew up in Iowa, so like seeing a celebrity or wrestling anybody.
I went to University of Northern Iowa, so.
Oh really?
yeah,
My
Cedar
sister,
Falls.
my sister
Falls.
graduated from
Cedar
UNI,
Falls, yeah.
so you know how there's nothing out there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There's nothing out there.
Farm.
Farm everywhere. The likelihood of
Yeah,
me
a lot
running.
of corn.
Yeah, the
Right,
likelihood
a lot
of
of corn
me.
and cows.
I didn't
Right.
realize there might have been a chance I kind of ran into you as a child, but I feel like a child right now, even as a grown adult next to you. But regardless of that, the chances of running into anybody that does anything wrestling related, and I just came here and I was working at the Harris Y, and I was just doing my little curls for like 25 pounds, 35 pounds, and then I look over and I see this man warming up with 2 plates on each side.
are you sure it was me?
It was you. You were working out there. I'm like, I think that's a barbarian. Like the first week I was here, I met Dusty Rhodes, Magnum TA, and then I saw the Barbarian working out at the same gym I did. I go, I am never moving back ever.
Wow.
All the wrestling celebrities.
Small world, huh?
So, yeah. So I've always meant to tell you that I was like, you were like one of the deciding nail in the coffin. I'm like, I can't leave. I'm working at the same gym as the Barbarian. If I keep working out, I'll be just as big as him. But let's see if these bids got any bigger. Ken Paul Vidente.
Grafton is out, so Ken is still out at 410.
410. We're doing 10-second basketball count.
Oh,
Ken.
Brian Taylor just popped in with 425.
425. Ken Paul Vidente. You know the rules. You do auctions as well. Let us know if you're in or you're out. Then we'll put it on the 10-second basketball count as soon as Ken lets us know if he's in or you're out. You know the rules, Ken. If you're in, you go higher than the top bid. Don't make me wait around. Don't make me hunt you down. And don't make me scream at you like I do every KNS. Yeah. Yeah. So you met Ken at a time too. But yeah.
Just up in New York.
Yeah. Just up in New York. The Faces of Fear. ring worn
Ken is
gear.
out.
Ken is out. We're gonna put on 10-second
Wait,
basketball.
Ken?
Yeah, he's out. We got even higher. Ken didn't have enough change in that cooled container in his bathroom. You didn't count your nickels.
I'm gonna get you, Ken.
He's gonna miss you right here. That's
I'm
okay.
gonna come and see you again.
But it's okay. Brian's getting this. A good man, Brian. He's going to get it. And Brian, you're going to be invoiced as soon as the 10 seconds is up. So pay that invoice immediately so you can have Barb sign this however you want.
Yeah.
In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to let the dust settle. Brian kind of came in at the last second, but follow all the rules. And the quick that we're going to do this, I believe we have a thumbs up for Queen Maureen, who's handling all the invoice, all the customer support.
Thank you.
Queen
Thank you,
Maureen.
Brian.
Thank you, Brian,
Thank
so
Brian.
much.
Yeah.
Oh, we got one more thing for you. Do you mind if we do one more thing of Barb to kind of
go ahead. No, go
even
ahead.
it out a little bit?
Barb, like you said, Barb brought the closet.
Barb brought the
Barb brought
closet.
the closet.
Okay, so this is also gonna starting bids have to start at $300 on this
Sure.
piece as well. This piece right here. This is like a barbarian
Barbarian. Yeah,
outfit. When you
Tight.
tights right here. Where were they? Might
Didn't I
have
see
seen
you
this.
working out at the gym one time with that on?
Who?
That.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, weren't you wearing that at the gym one time when we worked out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you were.
I have about 10. I have about 10 of those.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure you had 2 plates on each side, just warming up.
No, that was one about 4 plates on each side.
Exactly. That might have been the 4 plate on each side here of Barbarian. But no, so the Barbarian gear, where might they have seen you wrestle in that piece of gear right there?
Yeah, that's a barbarian. It's a single.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when you were
that's
singles.
way back. Yeah, single before we even tag.
Oh, before you guys
Yeah.
tag. Okay, so this goes way
Yeah.
back.
Long time.
Barbarian gear. It's like I said, starts at $300. We're gonna talk for a little bit, and if we don't get there, we'll move on to. We'll go back over to Warlord, then back over to the rest of the Barbarian closet over here, and the entire wardrobe. But no, like I said, but before you guys got together, you guys were doing your own thing, wrestling around. Before you guys got together, obviously your career had an upward trajectory immediately. But before you guys got together, where did you feel like, did you feel like you were on a good path? Did you so when you got put together a tag, you're like, ooh, I don't know about this? Or you're like, man, I'm really kind of floundering. What was your mindset before you guys got put together initially as the Powers of Pain?
Well, I had been in Kansas City. For a while.
I'm sorry.
NW, yeah, I know. Bob Geiger and Bob Bryant.
Not Charlotte West, as they wanted you to call it.
It was brutal,
Yeah.
but you got to learn. I got a guy from Japan came there, found me, brought me over to Japan. I was there for about 6 weeks, which I learned a lot in Japan. And when I came back, I decided, you know what, it's not. There's none for me to learn here anymore. So I actually went back home to Minnesota at that time, and about 2 weeks later, out of the blue, J.J. Dillon got a hold of my parents, and wanted to talk to me. I don't know how he got their number, but call him up. I talked to JJ. Said we want you back down to the NWA. So I come back down there. Well, now I had improved a lot ever since I left there when I was very green the first time.
You came as a babyface.
Yeah, I came as a babyface, and just started going
Baby
there. And,
doll was
and
Valley.
it was Barb and me started talking, getting to know each other and that stuff, and just the two of us, our chemistry, just everything went the way we looked, the names, everything else just came together so well. And Animal of the Road Warriors, I loved Joe, man. He went ahead and he said, you know what, you guys would be the perfect tag team to work with us because you guys are bigger than us, and we could actually be truly babyface. We could actually truly sell for once. And that's how the Powers of Pain actually got together and started, which was with Joe's blessing at that time. It was his blessing.
So you were kind of almost like 1 foot out the door when you guys got together, and all of a sudden this one moment just put you guys together. What about you, Barb? Where were you at career-wise before you got together with this man right here?
Remember when I first came into NWA with Paul Jones?
Yeah.
Wrestled by myself, and when Terry came in as a babyface, Dusty Road, and like Terry said, we sat down and talked about that, and Dusty said, you guys had to come up with a name.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, I remember
name.
Dusty, yes.
So we sit down and said, what kind of name? Again, Road Warrior Animal was helping us.
He's helping
I said,
us.
How about Powers of Pain? Click.
Yeah.
So he hit it from there on,
Yeah.
Became Powers of Pain.
Yep.
And even with Powers of Pain, nobody knew who we are.
Yeah.
But the Road Warrior, they were the one that made us.
Yep.
Eh? Remember
Yes,
the
they did.
first?
Yeah, the Bench Press Challenge,
Yeah,
the Buster
challenge,
said,
yeah.
glad you didn't do that to me at the Harris Walk. I appreciate it. That's why I kept my eyes away from you. I know what you do with those plates right there.
Yeah, so we love those two guys. If you were not from Road Warrior, you know, we you know, nobody's gonna know who we are.
That's right.
So,
Yep.
yeah, so Joe and Animal and Mike, God bless, you know,
Yeah.
bless your heart. But they help us a lot. So
Okay.
yeah, we owe them. Yeah.
All right. Well, it looks like I don't think we have any action on this one at 300. Like I said, it's just we started at 3, so we've talked for a little bit. We'll probably put this back in Barb's closet for right now, but we brought it out. But he's got plenty of other Faces of Fear and this ring jacket. It's going to go.
The beginning of the Barbarian.
The beginning of the Barbarian. We're going to put this off to the side. If there's any other action, just message us. But right now, we put it out. We gave it a fair go. But let's go back over to this other pair of tights that we have right here for the Warlord. Also starting at.
That's going to start at 100.
This can start at 100? Okay, we're going to start at
That was
100
just-
on this one right here. Tell me about this gear right
That
here.
right there was actually when I first started becoming a pro wrestler.
Okay. So that's been in Kansas City.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's been
so,
in Kansas
so,
City.
so
It's-
that had ketchup soup spilled on it? Because that's all you can afford.
It's got a lot of dust and road miles out from
Okay.
Kansas City. A lot of sitting in that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and tell me about, let's talk about that Kansas City, because it's kind of a forgotten thing in the history of Jim Crockett Promotions. They tried to take everything to Kansas City and tried to get that thing going. Yeah. And then, of course, like all the guys, like George South always talks about, just starving there with Rocky King and everybody just like.
It was a lot of traveling. I'm talking 600 miles road trips every single day, back and forth. You know, I mean, you're in the middle of Kansas, Missouri. You're going up to Iowa. I mean, you're going to the great place of the United States and that stuff. I mean, it was a place to learn.
Yeah.
It was a place to learn. You just got to chase your money down with Bob Geiger and Bob Brown. That's all. You just got to chase your money down.
Yeah, and it was weird. I was with Bob Guy will walk in with shower shoes, walk in, walk out. So you got to chase a man with shower shoes. Very elusive, apparently.
You'd actually go to the office to get your check. He would go up. He would go down the back door and out the back door and go into his car and take off. That's what he would do. That's what Bob Guy would. So we would always post somebody at the back door. Then when he come down, they'd snatch him real quick and we get our money. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Just not only are like you wrestling in front of like nobody, like. But where were some? I'm always curious about like territory wrestling in Iowa, because like I said, it never touched me. What were some of the towns you hit in Iowa when you were wrestling in Kansas? It was like Sioux Falls.
It was just
maybe Des Moines.
We did Des Moines a couple times, but we actually did the big stadium, which I'm really surprised we did the big arena there.
Oh, I believe it would have been the Vet at that time. They hadn't bought the Wells Fargo.
It looked like a barn.
Yes, the barn. It was the barn. Yeah, that's what it is.
We actually did pretty decent there all the time, which I was really surprised. We actually had a pretty decent crowd. But then we did little tiny places, and I mean, just places was like I got a Rand McNally map. I'm having a hard time finding Rand McNally map.
Not even a map.
I'm having a hard time finding on there, you know. And then of course, you know, you got like Topeka, Wichita. You got a lot of just really small other places in Kansas, which you're just. I'm telling you, you drive and you see the hay bales blowing and the goddamn wind across the roads and that stuff. I mean, it was just.
I did a track meet in Lawrence, Kansas, and that drive was just
it's horrible.
It's awful.
There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing to look at.
There.
Nothing. Yeah.
Somebody was trying to tell, like, I knew this news anchor in Kansas, like, oh, you don't understand, Kansas will be. I'm like, no, it's not. It's open. I can see forever.
That's right.
I know it's not beautiful because I can see the entire state that far.
So flat.
So flat. Just.
All I remember is the big storms in the summertime. Boy, there's some nasty storms out there. Nasty.
Well, even just not in the summertime, but the wintertime too.
Yep.
With that wind, it would push it. I remember that from Iowa, just that wind would hit you and blow right through you.
There's none to change the trajectory. It comes out of nowhere and just none to stop it. It just hits you.
Yeah.
It's
full
brutal.
Force. Yeah.
It's brutal.
Yeah, and then the drifts, like it gets snow like on a Tuesday, and then the wind blows on Thursday, and you're snowed in, and no inches have fell.
That's right.
So that's the other thing too that people don't realize with the Midwest. But these started at 100. Have we at least got the?
So we're going back and forth between Richard Howe and Joe Schinkel. Right now, Richard Howe is in the lead with 140.
Okay. 140. Joe Schinkel, 140.
Back and forth between both of them. They've gone up in 5 and 10. So
okay, well, I mean, this is ring worn gear. This is the last ring worn gear that the Whirler brought in here today. So, like, no need to mess around with 5 and whatever. Go ahead and just go right to that 200 mark and just knock them right out. Why are we messing around with $5 on ring-worn gear from Warlord, Kansas City? In fact, Kansas City. This man, like, he learned his crafting. There are still some dues that have been paid in those pockets of those trunks right there, for sure. And like starting off in Kansas City is rough, but like talk about your early days, Barb. Those early dues paying heirs. Where were you doing that in your career? Like your early career, where did you spend most of that time?
Well,
He's lucky. He got the places that were great back then.
Yeah.
you know, I was I was in the right place. Red Bastine.
Yeah.
Red Bastine, the old man Red Bastine broke us in, Sting, Warrior, and you know, back then it was rough. You know, you break the ring and wrestle, and you put the ring, you wrestle, you break the ring, and Coke and a hot dog.
Sure.
Coke and a hot dog.
Yeah. And the training was rough. It was rough, you know, when we came in the middle of the old timer, you know. They wanted us to quit wrestling, you know.
Yeah.
They don't want us to be a wrestler. They beat the hell out of us. Yeah? So for real. So was only few. I don't know how we made it. Only few made it, and most of the guys, left. Yeah. So I was starving maybe less than 2 years, and Jerry the King of Lawler found me.
Yeah.
So and from there
on, Barbarian.
Yeah, from there on, and no, when I was with him, he put a gimmick on me and made me a King Konga.
King Tonga, yeah.
Konga.
Konga.
Yeah, King Konga.
King Konga.
Yeah, so it was my first mohawk ever since.
That was a big mohawk back then when you had a lot of hair.
Yeah.
Now you've aged.
Yeah, a lot of hair.
Now it's the reverse mohawk.
Young.
That's what I got. I got the reverse mohawk. I can grow right here, but I can't grow right here.
That's right.
So.
Young too. So
man.
And from Memphis, I think Texas. What's your name?
Van Eric's?
Yeah, Von Erich.
Van Eric's.
Oh, and then Georgia, Championship, Georgia, and Puerto Rico, and then NWA. And I met Terry.
WWF,
WWF.
Never look back.
Yeah, never look back. So
let's look forward and see what these bids are at right now.
Joe Schinkel was 175, but Richard Howe followed up with 180. Actually, I just lied to you. Joe Schinkel's at 185 now.
185. We're going back on 5s. Why are we doing this on 5s? I told you just jump at 2. It's going to end up over 2 when it's all said and done. Just jump to 2, gentlemen. Why are we playing around? Jump to $200.
Howe is out.
Richard Howe is out. Okay, well, he's got a deal. Well, don't listen to me and my financial advice. This is where we're at right now. He's out. We're going to put in a 10-second clock, and then we'll go back to the Barbarian Closet. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this is to...
Joe Schinkel, 185.
Joe Schinkel, 185. I'm going to put this one over here so I don't get it confused with the other ones, but I'm pretty sure you know the difference. Those are Joe Schinkel's right there. Got the thumbs up. We're clear. We're clear. All right, so we're going to go to another piece of Barbarian's gear, which is awesome.
Closet.
So we're gonna start with 300 again on this as we're starting bids.
Wow, those got some sparkles, Barbie.
$300. More Faces of Fear.
We did pay-per-view on this night.
Okay.
Who'd you wrestle in, Bob? Who'd you wrestle?
Who'd you wrestle pay-per-view?
Remember?
Me and Ming against, oh my gosh. It's been a while. Hall and Nash? No, it can't be Hall. I think we did Hall and Nash with the black tie.
This was a pay-per-view, Faces of Fear.
Yeah, we wore that on the pay-per-view.
That's a good shape.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys were not the flashiest of tag teams.
Can you believe Faces of Fear flashy?
Yeah, I know, right?
Maybe they were just trying to be big disco infernals back then.
Maybe, or maybe that was definitely when Jimmy Hart was manager. Like, oh baby, this we need Running Flash, baby, Flash. I got a jacket to match y'all and everything, baby.
We need Flash, we need Flashy.
That's a funny thing too. Is like you said you wrestled Jerry Lawler, and then like you were later managed by Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart. What was it like being around Jimmy and that amount of positivity?
I love Jimmy. Jimmy is Jimmy. He's a private, and but he's all business.
A lot of energy.
A lot of energy. He talk a lot.
Yeah, a
A
lot
lot
of
of
energy.
energy. So,
Yeah. Like when he had an energy drink company for a short period of
Well,
time.
I
and
think he drank it all out.
Exactly. And I was like,
He was nonstop.
if that's
Yeah.
the thing that makes you this, give me some of that. Give me an
That's
entire
right.
case of that.
That's right.
But
It
he's
wasn't bad.
so intelligent about the business. So
Yeah.
intelligent about it. Knows the ins and outs.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he loved Lola. Yeah, he loved King Lola. No, he worked with him for years.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love Jimmy. You know, he's a character. Yeah, he put a piece. Whoever he managed, he put a piece onto the tag team or single. But, yeah, Jimmy was fun.
And you know, and you guys also together had
Together?
the manager of
Yeah.
Fuji.
Fuji.
Talk about what it's like being managed by
Go ahead,
Fuji
Terry.
and be around Fuji. What was it like being around Fuji?
Fuji, listen, Fuji, you remember, Fuji been in the business a long time. Very, very intelligent man. When we get done doing a match, we'd actually get together and go through the match to see, what could be done better, things like what were good. I mean, I learned a lot through Fuji. He taught me a lot about the business and that stuff, Fuji loved Barb and me. But if he didn't like you, you hid.
Yeah.
You hid, because his ribs, brutal. Brutal. I mean, he...
What's one that we can say here on Facebook Live that's not going to incriminate anybody or put anybody in jail?
He didn't... This isn't bad, but
Yeah.
he didn't like this one guy, and the guy he was just irritated by him. So one time he went to the bathroom, he did his thing, he picked it up out of the bathroom, out of the toilet, with the water running through his hands. When the guy was sitting, went up into his face and put it right in his face.
Oof.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I wouldn't call it a rib. I call it an act of aggression.
That's what happened when someone pissed Fuji off. I mean, it's the way it was.
Yeah.
He didn't hold nothing back. He really didn't like you. You kept one eye open.
Yeah, and I heard like he would rib himself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Jen-
to rip the others.
You rib the other guy.
Rip the other guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
When we first came into New York, came into New York, the hotel, a long story short, we came down. Back then there was no GPS.
yeah. Oh, I don't know how you guys did.
Yeah. So we went to the front desk and asked, the direction to get to the building. It's a house show. Was a house show.
Yeah.
And Fuji was sitting in the lobby. Hey, big man. I'm Master Fuji. Call himself Master Fuji.
Master Fuji.
Yeah, Master Fuji. You looking for the building? I go with you guys. Okay. Yeah, let me go with you guys. I take you to the building. Yes, Master. So telling me, Master. So long story short, we get in the car. So he was in the lobby waiting for the demolition.
Yeah.
So demolition haven't come down yet. So he didn't tell demolition he's leaving. He just took off with us. So I found out later the lady in the front desk told demolition they must be waiting for Fuji. Yeah, we're waiting for. He just left with two big guys. So get to the story. So Fuji said, "Okay, listen to me, big man. Tell me what's driving." I made a bag behind Fuji. So okay, take this highway. Took the highway. I remember we exit and go few light back to the highway. and it took us from the hotel to the building almost an hour. So during the show, Tito Santana told me, hey guys, where you guys stay? Told him the hotel. Tito said, "Oh, it's down the street. 5-6 minutes." I said, no. You talking about me? It must be a wrong hotel. No. That's the hotel. It's down there 5-6 minutes. So later, Tito was right. 5-6 minutes. I said, "Oh my God!" So he was ripping us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Our second day in territory. Yeah. So he ripped himself just.
Yeah, he went on an hour-long ride with you guys.
Yeah, just to
you
get
guys.
ripped.
Just-
Rip
yeah.
us. So that's how Fuji. We love him. God
right.
bless him.
All right, well, let's hope we're not going to take an hour on these bids. Are we at the 300 at least?
Michael Benedetti is at 600. He's our one and only
Wow.
bidder at 600.
Wow, Mark.
$600. One and only. I mean,
One and only.
nobody's even come close. Well, I mean,
No one.
no one's coming. I mean,
He must like that shiny.
I might as well just.
What's his name?
Michael Bendetti.
Yeah,
I mean,
Wow.
10 seconds.
That's great.
Nobody,
Yeah,
nobody
10 seconds.
challenged. We
That's great.
talked. We gave everybody an
10
opportunity.
seconds.
$600 right here. Michael Bendetti. Make sure you have a highspotsauctions.com account so we can invoice you and get it signed everywhere. He does. We're good. Chelsea gave me the thumbs up. Maureen did. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm sure we're clear. Nobody's coming in. $600.
That's nice.
Thank you, Michael.
The very rare shiny face
Shiny.
of the
Can you
field.
believe a face is Sophia shiny?
Face is shiny.
Shiny.
This has to be Jimmy Hart infused. It has to be. All right, we're gonna go to.
Thank you, Michael.
We're gonna go to. Let's do. I'm gonna go with the boots, just because I believe the minimum you want on this was $400 on these boots, but you're gonna
Elephant boot.
elephant boots.
Elephant boot.
Well, I mean, it's got to be big enough. An elephant's got to be big enough to kill to get these
What
boots.
cowboy bar were you at?
Yeah,
What cowboy bar were you at?
Oh man, man. Yeah, I went to Africa and hunt.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay,
Yes.
if I could just interrupt, we're still waiting for Brian Taylor to pay on that first pair of tights. If
Okay.
we've reached out to him through every other
Okay,
means.
Brian Taylor, you've got to you get an invoice. He's got to pay.
Got an invoice.
He's got an invoice. It's in your email account. You have to pay, or else you do not get those tights. So Brian Taylor, you pay for your invoice. Do it immediately right now, because once we get to this item and then the next item and the stream ends, we're gonna go over get this stuff personalized. So Brian Taylor, don't be left on the cold, because if you don't pay your invoice, just going back with the talent. That's how it works with all these auctions. You want it, we might reach out to the second place person, see if they're interested, but you're going to miss out on it, Brian, so pay your invoice as fast as possible. Seems like everybody else has done a fantastic job of getting that invoice and paying that invoice immediately. But we're starting with these boots at $400. What's so special about these boots?
This boot, I've been wearing a lot on the road, driving to the town, and I remember the rest of here.
Toronto, right?
Toronto.
Toronto, yes.
That was WrestleMania 6, right?
I believe I wrestled
6.
Tito
6,
Santana.
yeah,
six.
6.
And I wear that on that weekend, and I wear that to the building.
Okay.
WrestleMania.
Okay.
So, there's a little story behind that.
Okay, so
So-
they've walked into Sky Dome.
Sky Dome,
They've
yeah.
been across the border.
That's
You
right.
wore them when you're
That's
making
right.
that big crazy loop from town to town to town.
time,
So,
exactly.
so talk about what it was like. I mean, obviously you wrestled in all these towns in Iowa.
Sure.
You were wrestling in, Greenwood, South Carolina,
Yeah.
and now all of a sudden you guys are at WrestleMania.
Mania.
Tell me what it was like with the spectacle of it. Tell me with the feel, the vibe, everything about that you remember. About
No,
WrestleMania.
Jake. I was prepared. I was prepared that fight. I mean, wrestling for Tito, because I know the world was watching us. Huh? So I run, I jump, jumping the rope, and
Mm-hmm.
everything, lifting weight, and I thought I was ready. I thought I was fit. The first 5 minutes, after the first five
Blown out.
minutes, I was sucking air, And I remember who managed me, Bobby Heenan.
Yeah.
When we were riding on a cart coming to the ring, it's a long haul too.
Yeah.
Man, I never see. I close to 70,000.
78,000?
Yeah, I never
78,000.
wrestled. I mean,
Yeah.
was huge. I think from that point, maybe I didn't say scared, but
It tensed up.
I was thinking, I want to do my best.
Yeah.
I think I was thinking I was working too hard.
Yeah.
First 5 minutes, I was so scared, Terry.
Yeah.
I was so scared. I said, oh man, they give us about 17 minutes to go. I said, and I'm blow up in my first.
Yeah.
And finally, I got my second win. At my second win.
Yeah.
So I was so happy when I did so. But it felt great. You nervous, yeah? Not scared, but nervous, yeah.
Yeah.
For so many people.
Yeah, listen, WrestleMania's a
Yeah.
spectacle.
Yeah, it's special.
I know my first one was at Trump Plaza in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
And just you look out there, it's amazing. It's amazing feeling in that stuff, Plus, if I remember right, at that one we had Run DMC there.
Yeah.
Run DMC was cool, man.
Yeah,
they
it
were
was.
great.
Uh-huh.
But it was so much fun, going out there against Demolition with Fuji and Barb and myself and that stuff, and just
That was our first one.
yeah,
huh?
very first one, and that was just so exciting. And of course,
Yeah.
the one I got with Davey Boy, which we had a great match and that stuff, and all you see outside is all these limos when you come in LA and that stuff. Just so cool. Really, just it's a neat feeling.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cool feeling.
Yeah.
And just the vibe and like
Yeah.
all those early pay-per-views just kind of set the
Yeah.
stage for what we have today. And
Yep.
I remember like I don't remember if it was a paper. Like, didn't you guys like wrestle the Rockers? I think on like a SummerSlam or something.
Yeah, we had the Rockers. I think in Madison Square Garden maybe one time.
Yeah.
Everybody asked me this.
That was-
They said when I threw Sean out of the picture, I gave him a backdrop.
No,
And he-
Marty. I think
No, I think
One
it was
of
Sean.
them.
It was Sean.
Sure.
Everybody keeps telling me Sean
Okay.
because
I thought it
they
was
saw
Marty.
it. Well, I threw Marty out too, but
Yeah.
this one was Sean.
Yeah.
And I gave Sean a backdrop,
Yeah.
and he actually went out of the picture angle, and
He went so
he actually
high.
almost hit the light above the ring.
He went so high.
And I turned around. He still wasn't in the ring. He still was, boom. Wow. I mean, you know,
He pushed
just
himself. Yeah.
just those guys and us,
those
it just
guys.
it went together so well. I mean, they're both great workers and that stuff. They
Yeah.
knew how to work with big guys, and we were so powerful that we could do anything with them too and that stuff. It was
They
great.
know how to work the big guys.
Yeah.
Double team. Double
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
Double.
Yeah,
I mean,
very good.
They were great. We
They were
loved
great.
working
Yes, they were.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, like I gotta say this to you, Barb.
Yeah.
We've wrestled a couple of times before. One time
Yeah.
I tagged with you. and
I love working
this guy.
Oh,
He
my-
thought I was you for whatever. One day, I don't know if it's because when I was 270 at one point in time,
Yeah,
and
he was big.
I was
He
a
was
big
big.
guy, and for whatever reason we were in a tag match with some of Georgia's students, and he thought this was like 1988 all over
Right.
again, and he started calling these double team spots that he hadn't run probably since he teamed with
Right,
you.
right.
And this, I never knew you were such a psychology. Had all these wonderful. There are spots that we ran on that day
yeah.
that I have not seen since,
Yeah.
nor done, and I wish I taped it and recorded it so I could steal everything that you taught us that day. But when you guys were tagging together, when you were doing like against the Rockers and the like. What between you two guys, who was kind of like putting together the matches, the psychology between you two?
Between the two of us,
Yeah, between the
pretty
two.
much I let Barb.
Really, I
just-
believe
I
that.
would just say, Barb, whatever you want to do, it's cool by me. I mean, we've been together since 87.
Yeah.
87, and
And we're
that's-
still together.
That's how many years now? I mean, you're talking about 30,
33,
20,
33 years.
30, is it 33 years?
33 years,
We've been on
yeah.
each other that long. Never once have we raised our voice on one another.
No,
We've never
no.
argued. We've never disagreed. We work with each other.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. I've never been around anybody like that in my life that's ever happened to. And that's a unique thing. Because look at all their tag teams. They have problems. They split up. Maybe they come back together.
Sure.
They would fight against one another. And Barb and me have never had one issue ever once. Not one.
Yeah.
Just not one.
Strong relationship.
Yeah. So I just agree with him. That's all.
Exactly, that's what I do too. Every time I wrestle, I agree with him.
He just let me do everything. Call the match and
Yeah,
put the match
so-
together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
All right, I'm getting a signal that we haven't got no bids on the boots. Sorry, Barb. This is going back in the closet
Yeah,
with
open
the
the
other.
closet.
This will go back to the Barb closet right here. The boots. I'm gonna put it down here. So we're gonna go ahead and jump to the last piece right here. I think this is the
It's
signature.
heavy. You don't have any more? You done?
This is,
No
No,
more.
go do yours, Barb. No, do your fur first.
yeah, for,
That fur's important.
we got this right here. We're starting bids at $500. This is ring worn.
Face of fear.
Faces of Fear. I remember seeing this on WCW
remember?
Saturday
Yeah.
Night, pay-per-views,
Pay-per-view.
nitros everywhere. Walking to the ring to beat the crap out of a guy dressed like a Boy Scout named Jake.
Hey,
all of those.
I love Jake. I love Jake.
Like I said, this is something you definitely couldn't have flown to for any other virtuals. You lived up the street, so you were able to bring this Barbarian ring jacket.
Sure. You can still, huh?
Yeah, it's starting to come apart a little bit. So it's about time to auction it off. This is a good
It's about
time for it.
time.
So we're gonna start with
Also,
the five.
something good for the cold weather too.
Oh,
Walking around
yeah,
town with
this
this,
is-
you look
this
pretty
is-
cool.
This is a great time to do an auction in February on this one, for sure.
This
That's
is the
right.
right
Scoot
time.
over here and get this one on the close-up camera as much as I can. This Faces of Fear. It's hard to display right here, but this is what we're. It's got the big ropes on the side here, but ring jacket. Willing to part with it after all the years. Well, it sounds like we got a thumbs up. We've already got the starting bid at 500, and it's going to climb. I can.
We're double.
We're doubled, and that we should. Like I said, this is a big piece right here, Barb.
There's a big piece. Yeah.
Big piece.
You know,
Right, this is
There's a
incredible.
lot of great
Lot of memories.
memories.
I mean, like I said, we've seen you wear this on WCW TV pay-per-views,
pay-per-view.
Nitros, any indie show that's probably seen you in the last decade.
Yeah.
You wore this to a lot of like.
Are you wearing Indy?
Yeah, I think I've seen you wear this at the indie
Indie,
shows. Yeah, I've seen.
But
people-
not many.
Not many.
Not many.
The special ones.
Special one.
The special ones.
Yeah, the promoter I like.
Yeah. You're not wearing that to Gastonia, North Carolina.
No.
Armory. No.
No.
That's a big show.
You know, I have a lot of texts and the email, some people they want the
Well, they've been
they
paying
want to check
attention.
it. Yeah.
Well, they're,
So,
it sounds like they've already.
I just wanna bring it to Jake, so Jake can touch it.
One last time.
Yeah,
Just one last time. I see it just displayed here right now.
That's cool.
Here on the virtual gimmick table. Seems like the bids are coming in. They're going back and forth. They knew it was going to be a big item.
Yeah.
So where are we at right now?
So Dylan Hines was the big leader at $11.50, but then Tim Jameson
Oh, no.
swooped in at $1,300.
1,300. Tim Jameson.
We can't do $10.
Yeah, me too.
No more $10 increments.
Yeah, we got to go by $100 increments right now. We're no more $10 increments. Tim Jameson, one of our favorite.
Tim's at $1,400 now.
Tim is at $1,400 now.
Come on, go. Thank you, Tim.
Tim, a very wonderful gear collector. He's picked up a lot of. I think he picked up a Terry Funk gear that we auctioned up just a few weeks ago. So.
Just real quick, someone just bought the elephant boots.
Oh, somebody just
400.
400. Okay.
Frazier.
Okay. All right. So we got rid of the boots for 400.
400.
So I think it was one bid. Nobody was contesting. So
if no more boot, give it to him.
boots are gone. $400.
And if he wants me to sign,
Yeah, and make sure you pay that invoice if you want it signed.
Sign.
That's the key.
sign.
That is the key right here. You have to pay for all these invoices. Throwing numbers around is nice, but we need you to pay those invoices. And once you get that auction win, you'll be emailed that invoice immediately. So we need you to pay that before we sign it and then ship it off to us.
I wear some ostrich back. I should bring ostrich sometime.
Yeah.
I got really nice ostrich
See,
ones.
I have ostrich, I have a snake. Remember back then?
Yeah, I got
snake
python
was-
too. I have both those. I used to wear both.
Yeah, it's cowboy boots. Was that kind of like the thing back in the
it was a
day?
thing back
It was
then.
a
Yes,
big
it
thing
was.
back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony Lama.
Just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
just like a compete.
Yeah.
Everybody wears all wear snake, all wear elephant. I mean, like a compete.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's the thing
See,
too.
a cowboy boot in a hollow bag.
Yeah,
the
hollow
big
bag,
thing.
yeah,
That's
for
right.
sure, for
Yes.
See, I have a hollow bag. So for next time, I have a
Okay,
hollow.
okay, yeah.
No, the old one,
Yeah.
and all the Japanese, local.
Yep.
New
yeah.
Japan local.
Yeah.
On top. Yeah, I have.
Oh, that'd be sweet for sure.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
like,
next time.
The boots though, like I saw you guys. I would see pictures of you guys in street clothes walking in back in the day with
a
the
cowboy
boots.
boot. Yeah.
And I moved here. Felt like man, like I want to be like a big time. I want cowboy boots.
Yeah.
And I walked into the boot store and I was like, how much are they? And they told me the price and I walked right out.
Yeah, well,
I
See,
am.
those guys back then they can afford it.
Oh, exactly.
I remember when I first started in NWA. It was actually here in Charlotte where I got my Tony Lama's my pythons.
Yeah.
I used to wear around all the time
Yeah,
and that
python.
stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bought them here.
Well, I heard
there was
this.
a big thing back
Ricky
then.
was the
Cowboy.
Rock and Roll Express told me where to go to.
Yeah, and the
That's
Nelson
where I went.
Royals also too
Nelson
out there in
Royal, yeah,
Mooresville.
Yeah.
So
I used to get my shoe from them. Give
Yeah.
him business.
Yeah.
I gave him business.
Yeah, and it's so weird that that place used to be in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
and now the city's
Yeah.
built
Sure,
around
sure,
it.
yeah, sure.
So they used to film those promos like it was
That's
a
right.
ranch, and now it's
Yep.
like in the heart of Mooresville,
Yeah,
basically.
Nelson Royal. Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
but yeah, like but this ring jacket right here, you carry it around for quite some time.
For quite some time.
And it just
Yeah, you can tell it's war.
is that why you're parting with it? Because I'm kind of surprised that you like sentimental wise, like. It's probably taking up too much room in the closet. The wife's probably trying to get it out.
Yeah,
like-
my wife said, I'm going to throw this, I'm going to take this to the street. Oh, no. One day you will be proud of me.
Okay. Well, let's see if Tim Jameson's made you proud.
1,600 is where we're at.
With who?
Tim Jameson before that was Ken Polvidente at 1,500.
Okay, so Tim Jameson
Thank you,
right now.
Tim.
Ken Polvidente, let us know if you're in or you're out. So we can put this on a 10-second clock and settle up with Tim Jameson. Like I said, we brought out the big gear collectors here today. Ken's been in the mix right now, but Ken, let us know if you're in or out. The sooner you do that, the sooner we can put on a 10-second clock for Tim Jameson. He's procured a lot of great gear pieces, and it's been a lot of very interesting conversation this entire time. But no, with you guys, when you teamed and you did all kinds like wrestling the Road Warriors, wrestling Demolition and WWF, who are everybody knows about those matches, knows about your chemistry. Is there any team in particular like, gosh, nobody's ever talked to me about this team, but I think they were fantastic and they should get some more play? Any team specifically that you guys wrestled like, ooh, like everybody always wants to talk about Demolition, they want to talk about the Road Warriors, they want to talk about the Rockers. Was there ever a team that you guys wrestled like, no, you guys need to talk about these matches, they were really good?
Wow.
It's tough.
Yeah. That's tough on that stuff.
We love Demolition. We have some great chemistry. We love Road Warrior. you know, I mean, we have some great matches, matches with those guys. But I don't know about you, Terry, but the Rockers, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rockers were incredible.
Yeah.
There was one tag team we actually in the Boston Garden. Man, we had a great match. It was actually Brett Glenn-Beather, so it was actually against Jim the Anvil Neidhart and Owen Hart.
Oh,
And,
okay.
Wow. He took the building down, man. It was just a great match. It was nice because Jimmy was all power. Owen, he could do anything out there and that stuff,
Yeah.
And we had a hell of a match with those guys. It was great.
Yeah.
They were very, very
Boston.
good. Very good. Yeah.
Well, and to talk about Owen, like as far as him being a wrestler, like I think people think about him as kind of a character, but I don't think like that early.
He was a great wrestler.
Yeah, that
Yes, he
high flying
was.
stuff. Like I think it gets lost in the shuffle.
Yep.
Like he was very. Like people, you got to take somebody like that and put them in their time.
Yes.
Like what he was doing was so revolutionary.
Oh
at
yes,
the
it was
time.
ahead of its time.
Yeah.
What he was doing, Owen was a great wrestler, man. He was a heart. Plain and simple, he was a heart.
Sure.
All the hearts are great. So he was a heart.
Yeah, but he was in that weird spot of like junior stuff. Like you had the Dynamite Kids and the Tiger Masks here, and they were just a few years away from the Eddies and the Deans and the Rays yet. And he was in that middle right there with him and Jushin Liger. And they were really pushing stuff for a little bit further than it was before.
Yes, it was.
Exactly.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, let's see if these bids have been pushed any further.
Tim Jameson is going to be the winner right now. 1600. Ken is out.
Ken is out.
Also, some other good news. We had to ban Brian Taylor. He did not pay, and they did not respond to any of our messages.
Okay.
But the good news, Barb, was Grafton Gardner stepped up big, and he took over the spot, and he's paid. So those first pair of tights have been paid for.
Okay, so all the gear has been paid for, so we won't have any delinquent bids.
But we had to. Brian Taylor's been.
Brent Taylor's gone, but don't worry, you're not shorted because of that. You've been taken care of, Barb. The closet is empty right now. We're going to 10-second count to make it official for Tim Jameson. Right now at 1600 in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
We're good, clear.
Tim.
Here we are. Tim Jameson, a wonderful gear collector.
Thank you.
Procured somebody else.
Thank you, Tim.
And Tim's going to pay that invoice right away so we can get it autographed where you want it, how you want it, ring worn, and all that stuff.
ring
So
worn.
I think we got everybody's auction items. We're good and clear to go, guys. So, guys, before we get out of here, you guys haven't been able to make it to the shows. You interact with your fans at conventions, wrestling shows. Is there anything you want to say before we get out of here to all the wrestling fans that tuned in here tonight at the Highspots Virtual?
Mostly just thank you for everything and that stuff. We loved wrestling for all you guys all the years and that stuff. We appreciate that you guys loved us as wrestlers and that. And like I say, without you guys as fans, we're just two big guys. But with you guys and that stuff, making who we are, we're the powers of pain then. And we love and we thank you for it.
To the world, I just want to thank you to the powers of pain fan out there. Thank you for all your support for all those years. We love you and be safe. Precaution. Okay, take care. We love you. Powers of pain. Warlord Barbarian.
All right, and here at Highspots, we love you so much, especially all you wonderful paying customers. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight to the Highspots Virtual Gimmick Table. Make sure you tune in next week for Effie, and make sure you pay attention soon, noon drop this Sunday. Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you.
See you guys next
Thank you,
Tuesday.
man.
Thank you.